thank you for all they have done and continue to do to help families in a time of need. Because although the players of the Vegas Golden Knights and our Edmonton Oilers will battle it out on the ice tonight, when it comes to the fight against cancer, we are all on the same team.
Some things are bigger than hockey. So big, they change everything. So we come together, show up for each other, and stronger as one. When it comes to cancer, we're all on the same team.
We now ask our players on both teams to raise their sticks in salute. And ask fans to turn on the flashlight on your mobile device and hold it high as we shine a light on all those fighting cancer.
Well, we get
We have lost from this devastating disease.
So the debut on the Waterford Sharks play-by-play side for the local semi-pro thing will have to wait. So we're going to go back to our regularly scheduled program here tonight. So I'm going to give you the starting lineups as we're going to have to wait for the next couple weeks. So I had time. I was too jacked up. I wanted to go ahead and do a game. So let's get to it tonight. So starting lineups for the Vegas Golden Knights: Jack Eichel, Chandler, Stephenson, and Mark Stone, with Alec Martinez and Alex Pietrangelo on the back end. It's William Karlsson, Jonathan Marchessault, Riley Smith, and then Braden McNabb and Shea Theodore. Michael Amadio is back on the third line side with Paul Cotter and Phil Kessel, and then Brett Howden, William Carrier, and Keegan Colsar with Nicholas Hague and Zach Whitecloud. It'll be Logan Thompson in net for the Golden Knights. And for the Edmonton Oilers, they are 9-8 on the season, fourth in the Pacific. They're hanging on to the wild card spot right now. It's Connor McDavid, Matthias Janmark, and Zach Hyman with Darnell Nurse and Cody Ceci. Leon Draisaitl, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and Warren Fogle. Greg Kulak and Evan Bouchard will be on second-line defense. It's Ryan McLeod, Klim Kostin, and Jesse Puljujärvi with Ryan Murray and Tyson Berry on the third-line side, and Devin Shore, Dylan Holloway, and Derek Ryan. The 3D line, I guess, will be on the fourth. If they haven't called it that, they might as well call it that. And Stuart Skinner is a probable end goal for the Edmonton Oilers. So the Edmonton Oilers, 9-8, fourth in the Pacific, hanging on the wild card spot there with the Calgary Flames. The Vegas Golden Knights have lost 2 of the last 3, but they are sitting at 14-4, which is still pretty damn good. The only other team really in front of them is the Boston Bruins on the eastern side. They are the class of the West right now. So those are your starting lineups, and when we get into our official contest, we'll get things going again. So we got the national anthems going on right now. For anyone else that jumps in, I humbly appreciate it. I was supposed to do a semi-pro hockey game here tonight, but that kind of got delayed with technical difficulties. Couldn't broadcast the game. So I'm back to my original assignment here. So we're going to cover the Golden Knights and the Edmonton Oilers tonight.
That our flag was still there. Oh, sing us that star-spangled banner yet wave, for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true North strong and free. From far and glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Great job by the Oilers here in Edmonton tonight. Of course, Hockey Fights Cancer Month is every November around the NHL. A pregame ceremony tonight as the Golden Knights get ready to face the Edmonton Oilers. First of 4 meetings between these clubs this year. We'll take a look at the goaltenders brought to you by Adam Cutner. Aiden Hill gets the call for the VGK. Fresh off his first loss, as remember the Golden Knights against the Blues earlier this week. Stuart Skinner started to slowly take over the number 1 job from Jack Campbell here in Edmonton. His first career appearance against the Golden Knights tonight. The VGK looking to continue what has been a great run for them on the road. Sweeping that 5-game road trip out east recently. Bruce Cassidy team.
All right. Got everything else taken care of here. All that's left to do is call the game. Let's go, Oilers. Let's go, says Mist. Okay, let's follow this along and see what happens. We're back to my original assignment. I was supposed to do a local semi-pro game, but that got canceled due to technical difficulties, so I had to get back on the original schedule. So let's get into the action right now. It's the Vegas Golden Knights and the Edmonton Oilers. This should be a good contest on both sides of the plate here. So this is Red Hot, right off the backhand. That goes just wide of the right post is Stuart Skinner. So Stuart Skinner is the goaltender in there with Logan Thompson. So 2 really good goaltenders on that side. And when we get an actual stoppage in the action, I'll bring you some of the stuff I got prepared just before the game time. So Aiden Hill, is in there. The probable has changed, and I will make a mark of that in the box score. So Darnell Nurse with the pass across to Cody Ceci into the screen. It's stopped there by Aiden Hill at the right pad, and Shea Theodore trying to get this out, but intercepted here by number 97. Gives it to Cody Ceci into the screen again. Blocker aside by Aiden Hill as Alec Martinez gets the help for Chandler Stephenson, but this was partially gloved down into the neutral zone right now. Right Rogers Place. I'm watching the AT&T Sportsnet feed of the Vegas side as this is picked up by McNabb. And we'll flip over to the CBC side once we can. It was just in the middle of an overtime game, and I had to switch it over and not go too late. So McDavid, Nurse, this one goes just wide for the right side red line. Good active stick checks there by the Oilers as Stone will get this across. Theodore will pick this up with Alec Martinez as Stone will deflect it deeper, and this gets picked up now by Stuart Skinner. So Stuart Skinner and Aiden Hill here tonight. 2 shots right for the Edmonton Oilers. Nothing yet for the Vegas Golden Knights. Is good work there by Draisaitl. Get the puck in deep as Warren Fogel's trying to get canceled off there by Nicholas Haig. Centered out in front, gets blocked before it ever hit Aiden Hill. Good puck movement though as Draisaitl has it near the right side dot. Slap pass, centered out in front. Big stop by Edmonton. Edmonton scores on the second rebound. This is Warren Fogel's goal, and the Edmonton Oilers are off and running. It's 1-0. So good work there by Fogel. And Edmonton right on the board. My opinion on Kane's cut. I know I talked about this when Cooper Hopkins was with me here, Mist, in the sense of he's a broadcast partner that I work most with, especially on the Stanley Cup side of it. It's going to keep Evander Kane out for a while. And I do think, regardless of what everybody feels about Evander Kane, he's a heart and soul player on the team. He loves to muck it up. He loves to play physical, and he's a damn good hockey player. Edmonton needs to make sure they keep everything else afloat. Yes, Connor McDavid and Draisaitl can do that, but he's a very important player that will be missed, and they will not be as good without him. That's how I put it. At least he's coming back to the playoffs. Yes, he is, and I would expect Edmonton to at least make it at that point. When he does get back, they'll be that much better. So Kessel tries to keep this in. Good check out in front, and I'm surprised that was not called. Is Vegas trying to keep this alive on the backhand side? This is a chance for McNabb off the backhand as it's dumped in deep. Picked up now by Jack Eichel. Again, it's kind of weird seeing him on the Golden Knights side, but he's been very, very good. As there's a delayed hand in the air right now. This is going to go all the way back, and Aiden Hill thought about taking off, and then he had to just peel back toward the middle side just in case the puck went wide and went in. But the Golden Knights still have the puck right now as they're going to transition right to left across your radio dial, but with the delayed hand in the air, as soon as Edmonton touches, Vegas is going to go to the power play, and they do now with the stick lift. So we'll see who this is going to be on. Again, I had to call the game tonight. I was supposed to call semi-pro hockey. Too jacked up, had to go ahead and get this game in here. So 16:56 left to go in the first. To be Dylan Holloway is going to be sent to the box. 3-0 in favor of the Oilers. The Oilers have the first goal of the contest at the $1:56 mark, courtesy of Warren Fogle. It's RNH and Ryan Murray. So a lot of Ryans and a lot of triple D on the fourth line side. As far as everything else that we can move in the depth chart right now as it stands, it's Devin Shore, Dylan Holloway, and Derek Ryan on the fourth line side. Always in the box. So McDavid trying to keep this alive, and behind the defensive side off the backhand, intercepted now by Vegas. They have us near the right side. Dot, big rebound for Marchessault off the Eichel shot, but he just couldn't corral it. And this goes back now to Alex Pietrangelo. Marchessault across to Eichel, fakes a slap pass. It's centered out here, but Edmonton able to intercept, and I wonder how tired they are as Connor McDavid's just going to throw this one back to his defense. I think McDavid is going to go ahead and go right to the players' bench. He needs to badly get a change. Again, he's just a little too tired. So Pietrangelo sends this across as Vegas tries to break all the way down. Marchessault is way off sides. So with 16:09 in the first, and Edmonton have 1-0, they get a stoppage. As the man advantage is still continuing here for Vegas. And then when I get a stoppage, I'll move back over to the CBC feed because I don't even have power play time on this AT&T Sportsnet side. So teams like to do things differently. I want to make sure I have all the information in front of me. So chance here for Vegas off the draw as this gets one in through the neutral zone. Now it's 1:05 left to go on the first power play of the game, although Vegas is down 1-0. 14-4 team on the season. They're trying to not lose 3 out of the last 4 games. They won against Arizona, but lost the last 2. Toward the left side, Kessel's got it now toward the left eye. Drop here for Theodore. Back to Kessel. Slap pass across. Eichel with a shot. Now one bounces up in the air. Marchessault will retrieve it. Alex Pietrangelo now to Eichel. Eichel waiting near the left side dot. Going to leave this off for Kessel. This goes back to Shea Theodore now. Theodore crisscross with Eichel. Theodore will pick it up into the screen, and Stuart Skinner sees it all the way and makes the stop. 30 seconds left to go in the Vegas power play. The shots are now 3-2, still in favor of the Edmonton Oilers. So I appreciate you missed following along. Again, I'm going to be doing the full game story, and the complete play-by-play coverage will be on this side. If the batteries do die, I got a spare there that I can go ahead and pick up because we're going to get close to draining a little bit here. So face-off one here by Vegas. Vegas going to skate in toward the right face-off dot side, and the Marchessault pass to Kessel. In between that goes a little far. Marchessault will pick this up off the stick. Pietrangelo gets it now back to Jack Eichel. Jack Eichel's got it near the left side face-off dot. Now to Alex Pietrangelo. Marchessault with Stephenson going to hold as the power play is about to end, but Vegas still has puck possession right now. They're taking their time. This is now to Chandler Stephenson as Holloway returns, and the puck gets taken all the way through the neutral zone, and now it's a steal. A chance for Edmonton. Quick wrist shot goes just wide of Aiden Hill. Picked up now by the Oilers momentarily, but it is a stick battle as RNH lost it. And now Vegas will collect. Alec Martinez will get this one down off the floaters. Chandler Stephenson tries to pick it up, and now Leon Draisaitl. Deke move in between a couple of backhand sides, and then this gets intercepted by Braden McNabb. This goes down a little deep. Picked up now by Vegas momentarily, but they got to fight through a couple of checks as Vegas will go back and check up into the defensive zone. Tyson Berry. It's busy in behind the cage there of Stuart Skinner as the Edmonton Oilers try to go left to right across your radio dial. Extra pass there for Draisaitl. Draisaitl leaving an opening in the middle of the slot. A good active stick check there by Michael Amadio. Knocks that one away. Picked up now by Edmonton in the offensive zone off the backhand. as this is a chance for McLeod. McLeod will get this one to Draisaitl, who's holding on to that A on the jersey, as you would imagine. That's going to forever stay there alongside with Connor McDavid as Keegan Polestar turns it over. Draisaitl with the lefty drop pass, and that one just gets intercepted there by William Carrier, but he's going to get around a hit. And this goes back now to Evan Bouchard. Missed, I appreciate that, buddy. I cover a lot of NHL games, NBA, MLB. I know it's just an ugly face cam right now, but hopefully as things go along, I can add more things to it. So humbly appreciate that, buddy, as we get an icing. With 13:23 left to go in the first. John Ott here with you, commentating from Rogers Place. It's Edmonton 1, Vegas nothing. I was looking forward to this matchup if I wasn't covering the Waterford Sharks and Muskegon Voyagers, local semi-pro hockey. We just couldn't get the internet access going on in time, so I got back to do the basic assignment at home. Wanted to be able to get some NHL coverage for everybody. Didn't want to just sit. I was too amped. So picked up now by Marchessault is Vegas. Tried to center this one right out in front of Skinner, but this got bounced in off the kick plate, and this will go all the way down. Is it going to be an icing? Yes, it is. 13:06 in the first, and we get a back-to-back icing, so Oilers still cannot change. And when we do get an actual stoppage, you got to make sure I got the water and everything else in front of me. So right now, we're going to look at some of our team stats that I'll have in front of me too. So it'll be 3 shots to 2 in favor of Edmonton, 4 hits to 2. And face-offs are 4-2 edge there for Vegas, as Vegas had 1 power play and didn't score. And Edmonton's got the first. Good steal there by Vegas. We'll get a shot there with Haig. And that one is intercepted again. Carlson with a bid that goes just wide. Vegas keeps it busy with William Karlsson. Great pass out in front. But good stick check there by Edmonton, as that was a chance on the forehand right in the slot. Slap pass Pietrangelo. Tries to center this one toward the right side dot. And Vegas will keep this in with Alec Martinez, but it gets intercepted. Long dump outlet pass there by Edmonton. As this gets put in deep, and Kulak's going to touch, and it'll be iced against Vegas. 12:28 left to go in the first. John Ott here with you from Rogers Place. It is the Vegas Golden Knights sitting at 14-4, and the Edmonton Oilers 9-8. They are just holding on to wild card spot numero uno in the Western Conference right now. So we will see how that changes up, as the Calgary Flames got a big win earlier this afternoon as they beat the Florida Panthers in a shootout. And again, if Cooper Hopkins was with me on the broadcast, I would ask him how he felt about his former team getting a win against his former Flame and Matthew Tkachuk, especially in the shootout side. So Eichel and Smith help get this one out as this goes back to RNH. Spun around is Fogle. Picked up now by Draisaitl. Good pass in the slot. The shot goes wanting toward the red side of the red line. Draisaitl into the screen off the backhand, but it must have bounced off one of the Golden Knights after it hit Aiden Hill. Good active stick check, but Edmonton can't keep it in the zone as this goes back to RNH. Now Cody Ceci gets this in deep, about Fogle is getting worked over toward that blue line side. And now here's a chance for Chandler Stephenson holding Stuart Skinner. There was an inadvertent whistle here. I think there might be a penalty upcoming, and I'm going to go ahead and take a look and see who that is going to be on. So Golden Knights, I think, are going back to the power play. Appreciate that, Miss. Talk to you, buddy. And we will get everything squared away. Come back. So we're just going to flip feeds here if nobody minds. I know there isn't anybody on the YouTube side just yet that's bouncing it out. I want to go ahead and flip this feed. Go back to the CBC side because I just didn't have everything all together on the Vegas side when that was going through. So we'll see how CBC does on this side. I'm going to flip over. This will probably put me a few seconds back ahead for anyone else that's usually behind on this side. So we got 3 votes. I put a simple question in there. Is Vegas going to take this game tonight? And 2 of you say no out of the 3. So we'll see how that one goes. I think Edmonton probably needs this one more, but you can also argue, John, on the same side, you don't want to have Vegas lose 3 out of the last 4, and I would agree with you on that side too. So should be some intrigue both ways tonight. And I'm going to go ahead and change these batteries.
See how we're making hockey more inclusive for all at scotiabank.com/hockey for all.
An Oilers goal less than 2 minutes in, significant in game.
Apologies, guys. I might be 15 seconds or so late into this next part of this play-by-play. Just got to change these batteries in there for the official part of it.
Vogel at 156 of the first was a cannonball.
Yeah, I like that. Quote from Jay Woodcroft wants his team to really buy it. There's the hook to Nugent Hopkins. It was Eichel driving to the net on the far side of the screen, and he kind of had a little conversation with Chris Lee about that call, but no question the stick was in their midsection. That's 2 hooking calls for Edmonton in the defensive zone.
I'm just going to get this in there quickly, and then we will get right back to the call.
Just talking about in terms of the Oilers starts, it is just the 8th time this season the Oilers have scored a first and 6 in one in the previous 7 games. The Oilers are able to force the puck out of their own end. Chandler hanging on to that puck. He's on the move. Chandler dishes down.
Sorry, guys.
Takes it from there. Passes off to Marshall. So his pass.
Of course. Damn it.
Over to Riley Smith, takes it off from Derek Ryan. Draisaitl on the blue line to Kessel, moving up, wrist shot, passed off from Skinner, and back there down the ice by Barry.
Good position, good first save for Stuart Skinner. He takes the shooter, he owns the shot. And good positioning to put that puck down the ice again.
Here's William Karlsson.
All right. So hopefully you only miss 2 minutes of the action. Again, I apologize. Got everything else taken care of here. Hopefully there is no goals. All right, so I missed about a minute of the action. Apologize. I had a little bit of problems there with the battery side. So picked up now by Edmonton as they're trying to kill this power play. It's the second opportunity here for Vegas. About 2 seconds left to work with. Edmonton will get this one down, and Shea Theodore will pick this up now. So Edmonton back to full strength. They've killed 2 penalties, and they also have a 1-0 lead on the Vegas Golden Knights. As this is dumped in deep, some of the Vegas players take a tumble, and there is a stick that's loose way out in front. It's busy in front of Stuart Skinner's net. And Pietrangelo will get this down deep, but this bounces up and on a play with 9:24 left in the first. William Carrier, everyone else have a little bit of meeting there in front of Stuart Skinner's cage. Again, I apologize for any of the momentary difficulties on this side of the battery side. We're going to go ahead and take a commercial break, and then once we come right back, we'll be back to full strength with 9:24 left in the first, and I mean that on my side too.
The crazy kick saves, and this season, DraftKings Sportsbook is giving you a reason to love them even more. There's so many ways to get closer to the game, like same-game parlays, puck lines, money lines, and more. You can do it anytime, anywhere in Ontario. Scan the QR code to download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and get it on the action with an official sports betting partner of the NHL.
Make way for the first ever Chevrolet Silverado ZR2. Multimatic shocks, rugged 33-inch tires, and front and rear electronic locking differentials. Dude, this is awesome, but we should get back to work. It's good. If you're going to work remote. Find new workspaces. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
This is my life, and I'm going to do things that can be feel good.
I want the big black guys. I love you.
This rapid recap is brought to you by Tylenol rapid-release gel caps. The recap takes us back to November 3rd of 2009 when Phil Kessel's 1,000-game streak began as a Toronto Maple Leaf. Thursday night in Vegas, he became the only player ever to play 1,000 games consecutively, laid out by Mattias Solon in that.
All right. We're going to give you a recap as well when I get through all this, too, as far as scoring, because I'm interested in certain things tonight as well. So face-off underway here with Brett Howden. He is the one that's going to get kicked out, however, though. So we're going to put another substitute here for Vegas. It's Keegan Kolesar against RNH. And this is won here cleanly by the Edmonton Oilers, trying to move this one ahead. This just has to be raced back there by Nicholas Haig. Picked up now by McLeod. McLeod trying to get this toward the right side dot. As this is picked up now off the backhand side. What's going on, Mist? How you doing? Everything else is good on the recorder side, so now we're all set back to get underway. So McLeod, nice spin move, trying to buy some time, and we might have a hook against Vegas because McLeod was making everyone else look silly. He beat two Vegas defenders, spun around toward the right side face-off dot, and drew a hook. So it is an Edmonton power play, so this is going to give some opportunities here for McDavid and Draisaitl. As great work there by McLeod to be able to get past Carrier and Kolesar, be able to make something happen. So chance there from Carrier, he's going to go to the box, and this is an Edmonton power play that should feel pretty good because they're already up 1-0 in this game. 31.7%, second in the NHL in the power play. Penalty kill for Vegas, 77.3. You normally want to be close to that 80% marker. That's going to be a lot to ask for having to kill this Edmonton power play. Stuart Skinner will go ahead and pick this one up. Tyson Barrie is usually the power play quarterback side of it. That's where he gets most of his time. They're going to leave this here for Connor McDavid as he made that look a little too easy through neutral ice, and now Edmonton got offensive zone possession. Draisaitl just waiting toward an open right face-off dot. He's going to get it now. Here from Tyson Barrie. And just some extra stick handling there for Draisaitl, and his shot got wired so hard it went all the way back into the other side of the inboards. Well, they'll just say hi to Stuart Skinner and do this again. 8:15 left to go in the first period. John here with you on the call there from Rogers Place. It's 1-0 Edmonton with the lead over Vegas. Connor McDavid trying to cross over the blue line, try to drop a pass to Draisaitl toward the left side of the blue line on defense, and this goes back now to Stuart Skinner. So nothing going on right now for the Edmonton power play, and we'll see how that continues. There's about half of it left to go. Trying to go left to right across your radio dial in this period. Draisaitl back to McDavid off the backhand, and this gets picked up now by Zach Hyman. Tries to find Draisaitl. Draisaitl going to have to use that big body and move that puck around as this gets picked up by RNH. RNH gets knocked down to his knees. It's loose out in front. Gets picked up there momentarily by Hyman. McDavid, Sauce, Draisaitl with the 1T. And did he hit part of the post? That went up and out of play. I believe Aiden Hill got a piece of it. 31 seconds left to go in the Edmonton power play is Draisaitl. I mean, he had a chance to tee up everything. There was nobody in front of him. A couple shots there. Again, he's in the intermittent part of the right side dot, right on top of the dot. And he twisted and torqued that shot so hard on the second opportunity. One of them went all the way around the inboards, and the second one bounced off Aiden Hill and went on a play. So offensive zone draw here for the Oils. Picked up now by Puljujärvi. This is a drop there for Darnell Nurse. McLeod back to Puljujärvi. Now to Nurse, although that pass was a little short. Edmonton going to need some help to try to pick this one back up. This bounces in between a couple of Vegas defenders. Casually brushed aside there by Hill and just barely gets out. Meeting them some bodies and toward the players' benches there as some players come together with a couple extra stick checks there, but the play is still live. Nice spin move there by Darnell Nurse as Vegas flew right by. And Nurse looking for a deflection as the Vegas penalty is now killed. Carrier back on the ice. Nurse with an extra pass toward the middle, but nobody was home. Picked up down by McLeod. And now intercepted by Vegas. Could have an opportunity here for Jack Eichel. And he's just going to leave a drop pass there arbitrarily, and I'm not quite sure why. Another opportunity now. As Edmonton comes together, Derek Ryan trying to pry this one loose on the fourth wing side. Now Fogle Trying to pick this back up now near the right side dot. Canceled off there by Vegas as Amadio is getting worked over. And now this goes back to Theodore. Off the back pass, good forechecking there by Edmonton. Trying to continue the play alive and now keeping on the right side blue line. Shot in the slot. Big save there by Hill. Hill's down. The puck is loose. His stick is down. It didn't cross the line. And Edmonton has it now. It's centered in through the blue paint and McNabb knocks it away. How did that puck not go in? And when we get another opportunity to look at it, maybe I can give you a better real estate as far as what I saw. Is CC. Long outlet pass here for Hyman. Hyman being worked over on the forehand side. Good cancel off by Haig. Marchessault trying to get this out. Now as Vegas is hemmed in their own end. And now they'll just float this one down. Picked up now by Tyson Barrie. As maybe Vegas can take a breather there. That was close. Aiden Hill dropped his stick. He had a snow angel all the way across the blue paint. Somehow the puck stayed out. Hyman lost it. Good defense there by Carlson to come all the way back. Play a 200-foot game. Marchessault, great move, although it's 3-on-1. Marchessault into the screen. It got blocked there by the Oilers. Saved there by Vegas before it crosses. Petrangelo will send this one across there to Carlson, and that went just wide. Picked up now by Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid with a spin move off the backhand. Another rebound for Hyman. And he couldn't locate it as McDavid picks it up now for Barrie into the screen. Picked up now by Edmonton, and now Vegas just trying to kill some time as Jonathan Marchessault in Vegas needs to take a badly needed change because Connor McDavid was putting on the magician show with the backhand, getting some time to get a backhand shot off and maybe create some rebounds. Sent in deep. Picked up now by Draisaitl off the backhand as he gets in toward the red line. Good centering pass and through the slot. CC will knock it down to RNH. Back to CC, holds. Plays it across to Barrie. CC still with it right now. Draisaitl. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Now Draisaitl picks this up. Kicks it to himself. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins back to Draisaitl. CC now in the high slot with Darnell Nurse into the screen. It's loose. Aiden Hill knocks it away. And Eichel will push this one ahead as Stone throws a back pass, but it's a little lazy and picked up now by Alex Petrangelo. Fast-moving end of the back half of this first period. All Edmonton right now as the shots have gotten to an even point at 8-8. Chance now. Theodore to the screen. It goes in! It bounced off some skates, and I'm not quite sure how. Whether it's Keegan Kolesar's goal, Vegas has tied it at 1. And this puck just took a fortuitous bounce for the Golden Knights. But 3:38 in the first, we are tied at 1. So Keegan Kolesar, Howden tries to pry it loose. Shot in, deflected off of the back. I won't say backside. Let's see. Keegan Kolesar off his back and in. Wow. That went off his back and in and fluttered over the head of Stuart Skinner. That was as fortunate a bounce as you could get if you're a Vegas Golden Knight fan. This ties the game at 1. So I've seen a little bit of everything here in this first period. And even though I wasn't able to cover my semi-pro hockey assignment between the Waterford Sharks and the Muskegon Voyagers, locally on the Michigan side, being able to come back and cover the original night contest I planned on in between Vegas and Edmonton, this has brought off to a good side and a good contest right now, and I am enjoying it. 3:20 left to go in this first period. Apologize for any barking dogs downstairs. Hopefully that acquiesces itself as Yossi Puliarvi tries to pick this up now with McLeod. McLeod will spin, centered and went through the paint as Puliarvi couldn't get a piece of it. McLeod again will center this off of an embankment off of a pad of McNabb. Picked up through the air there by Puliarvi as this goes back in between McLeod. Puliarvi will race for it now near the right side red line as McLeod will pick it up. He's going to center it back to Bouchard. They're going to say that he stayed on side. Centered in across, and that one goes just through the blue paint. Picked up now by Edmonton as Bouchard, still holding on near the right dot by some time, goes short side, and Aiden Hill finds it in the webbing of the catching glove. We're going to get a commercial break. 2:38 left to go in the first. Keegan Kolesar ties it up. It's 1-1.
TFC or TFSA. So many acronyms. Is it too late to start investing?
Am I covered for a rainy day? I just need to invest in some earplugs.
Start your day with a twist on a classic. Crispy smoked bacon with a sweet and spicy maple glaze made with 100% Canadian maple syrup and Canadian fresh cracked eggs. Try the new maple bacon breakfast sandwiches. Only available at Checks for a limited time. For Expedia members, travel doesn't end at booking. It's getting a discount on your trip. Plus points for your future travels. So you can think about the next trip. And the next trip. And the next trip. So wherever you go, you know that there are no special travels. And you can keep thinking, where next?
And OK Tires, switch to base event or cross tires. Get studded tires for enhanced traction and impressive braking on ice. OK Tires, service, repair, and tires. It's going to be okay.
Caden Hills made some big saves for Vegas tonight. Logan Thompson's actually their number one. What a story he is. In 2018, the Calgary native had finished his fourth year with the Brandon Matrons. No pro prospect, so he registered at Brock University. He sparkled in 24 games with the Badgers, enough to get a deal with the Golden Knights. And Thursday's win over Arizona left Thompson second in the NHL in wins with 9. How can you not like the story of Bruce?
Fantastic start. Both of these Vegas goaltenders, and we had a chance to talk to Sean Berger, the goaltending coach of Vegas Golden Knights, and he said the compete factor. Love to compete to Logan Thompson. He's come in here with a real.
So Shock gets blockered aside there by Aiden Hill. We got 2:30 left to go in the first. John Ott here with you from Rogers Place. It's a 1-1 contest between Vegas and Edmonton right now. So again, this was the original assignment because the semi-pro stuff got canceled. We've got another shot in a couple weeks with technical difficulties. So this will get picked up now. Fogel with the wrist shot as he's looking for his second goal of the game right now. Shots are even at 9, scores even at 1. 2 minutes left to go in this first stanza right now. It's been a good contest back and forth. Both goalies had to be pretty busy, although Aiden Hill has had to make some spectacular saves, and Stuart Skinner just got unlucky there as the shot from Theodore went off of the back of Keegan Kolsar and just recently tied this game at 1. So picked up now as Theodore will get this extra deep. Now across cross-ice speed for Jack Eichel. Jack Eichel cutting in toward the right side dot as his shot bounced off of Stuart Skinner and picked up now by the Golden Knights, as then it's intercepted. It is a chance for Hyman off the backhand, and that one goes wide. Bouchard will wire a cross pass, fanned on it. There's Connor McDavid. He's going to pick it back up. He's going to try to skate in between two with a toe drag, picks his own puck back up as Hyman off the backhand side. Now here's a chance for Draisaitl back to McDavid. There's no worries about what Jay Woodcroft's going to do right now. He's going to have the top part of the lines there as this is spun off. Fogel is going to pick this one back up and centered it around the kick plate now as Hyman gets worked off the puck. McDavid trying to work his way toward the middle of the slot right now as he's moving without the puck. Hyman working his way to the forehand, shot that one off the side of the goal and picked up now by Nicholas Haig, but he can't backhand it out. Edmonton still keeps us in deep as Zach Whiteclaw gets stick lifted off the puck by RNH. Good work there by RNH. Still has it. Drops it to the D side, looking for an extra pass across. A shot for McDavid. And that one goes wide. And now Edmonton will pick this back up into the neutral zone. Edmonton enters off the 1-on-4. It's Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, as he was still able to partially keep that alive. As Matt Amadio has it now. Amadio now cutting it through the Oilers logo, still trying to do some work as he gets in there deep. It's William Carrier, loses the puck, picked up now by the Oilers. They got one more shot at this before the period ends. Couple of stick handles there for Fogel. He gets canceled off the puck. We get it to the neutral zone. That's how it ends. 10 shots to 9 in favor of Edmonton, but the scoreboard is even at 1. When we come back, we'll call second period action in a moment. Stay tuned.
10 shots
So just going to get our box score and everything all set up on my side too. So then that way I can bring to you the goals and the exact numbers. Hopefully I try not to blow my voice out because I've already been pretty into this one. Again, I'm just a little bit amped up from the summit that I was supposed to have. So I had to go ahead and call the game. There was no way I wasn't going to do that. We were already scheduled to do one. All right, so we got Warren Fogle at 156. Good workout in front of the net as they're able to get one in close past Aiden Hill into the blue paint. Assist by RNH and Ryan Murray. And then Keegan Kolsar was a Shea Theodore shot in through a long outlet, and it bounced off of the back of Keegan Kolsar in between the numbers and went past Stuart Skinner up into the air and then put in the net. So that's kind of the way that it worked right now. And that one, the last one was at 16:22. So we have all of our goal scorers and everything else all set up here. Since I don't have anybody on the YouTube side or anybody going on through the Twitter Spaces side, I'm going to go ahead and get my other work done for the night, and that's as far as just typing in this Detroit Red Wings little recap here.
You suffered a loss or injury. Either fire, theft, or negative. You need a good lawyer now. For 30 years, Katz and Wolfpack has been fighting for people who deserve compensation. Lawyers at Katz and Wolfpack work hard and get outstanding results. You need a law firm with a proven record of fighting and winning for their clients. Call Katz and Wolfpack and let us make the law work for you.
Celebrate 31 years of support and treatment with the annual Brentwood Charity Lottery. Take possession of a beautiful Lake Point home or $780,000 in cash. Your choice. 3 brand new vehicles or take the cash. Early grand prizes plus a 50-50 draw. Tickets are just $50 each or $100 for 3.
Once I get this typed up and put on the website, then I'll go ahead and go through our go through any other games that are going on in the NHL, because I know there's a lot of them tonight. There was a couple other ones that I could have done. I was going to plan on doing the 10 o'clock one anyway, just in case if the assignment didn't fall through. But we'll be back in 2 weeks for the Waterford Sharks and do that one again. And I can't wait to commentate on some semi-pro hockey.
For any budget. Draisaitl Draisaitl. It's worth the drive to Edmonton.
You want a great deal on your new used car?
6-10-1.
Something you clench when you're stressed out.
Your butt cheeks. Family Feud Canada on CBC. And stream free on CBC Gem. Oh, no way. Papa Mayboom?
My father is finding it difficult to process who I am as a person. Gotta go get an ice countdown.
Find David Rogers Place in the capital of Alberta with Kelly Rudy from Alberta and me from Alberta and Kevin the exit from Grimsby and Elliott Friedman from downtown Toronto is where we are at public dressing. Okay, so every Oilers game, you want to go in and talk about other people than McDavid or Draisaitl, but you can't help it, right? And Draisaitl is the guy again in this first period that just grabbed all of our attention. Watch this beautiful play right here, how he's there trying to get open. And not only does he get the puck, but he stays onside. He drags that toe. He is just such a force in this first period. Likes to take charge. I just love some of his passes, as we always know. He's always in for the battle, kind of like a sneaky way. Watch this little pass. This is going to be on the full window.
So we have a lot to cover here as far as the box score that I got to type. We're going to get this done right away during the intermission. So the only goal for the Blue Jackets, Emil Bemstrom.
Watch this beautiful play. Tries to take the stick of Theodore away. Just incredible period, and I never get tired of talking about it.
Kelly, the score is 1-1. The shots are 10-9. You think it was pretty even, and for the most part it was. But I thought Edmonton had some really dominant shifts, and we'll see if the zone has been collected or anything like that. But I really thought, especially against a Bruce Cassidy kind of team, I thought Edmonton had a great period with lots of long shifts and also a lot of road passes, as Steve Elliott calls them, just cross-ice good chance. So I'm going to kind of ignore what you said and go back to what Kelly said. I think super underrated what Draisaitl does. If you're a coach and you have like a best player on your team, how does he get the puck when everyone's keen on? Well, great pack by Kelly showing how Draisaitl goes to areas where he has to get the puck from his teammates, and now he can play with it, he can make plays. But I feel like we should talk about the Vegas Golden Knights because they're one of the best teams in the NHL. And there's this podcast I listened to this week. I can't remember the name of it, but they had a really good interview with Kelly McCrimmon, the GM of Vegas. And I usually don't trust the guy, Kelly, but he had a good interview, and he said a couple things. They identified that they needed a star defenseman and a star centerman, and that's why they went on Pietrangelo and Eichel. I thought it was just really interesting. It was obviously 32 thoughts. It's a great interview, but how he wanted to construct his team to take the next level and win a Stanley Cup, and then he explained a couple of other things. So.
Well, Kelly, I've done a few of the weekend dinners. Have you ever done that dinner for Kelly?
No, you did invite. I don't. He doesn't like Elliott. Like, listen to the interview a couple times. Like, oh,
good for you, Kelly. You know who really caught my eye? Two things caught my eye was the 4 right-hand shots on the number 1 Vegas. He used to have that
3-2,
didn't they?
Yes.
And Skinner was.
Yes, he was.
So, who's Jimmy's on After Hours with Scott. The other thing is McNabb. For all Theodore's great, you taught him well, and obviously Pietrangelo's Pietrangelo, but isn't that great?
McNabb's underappreciated. Every team needs a McNabb. You can trust he makes all those little smart plays part of the playground.
So storylines around the league, obviously Matthew Tkachuk in the Florida Panthers, so it's Jonathan Huberdeau, Mackenzie Weegar, and the Calgary Flames. So Kelly over.
All right, so this is big. This was in warm-up. This is Barkov and Huberdeau playing catch. You don't see that very often. In fact, I don't know the last time I've seen this, and they catch up before the game. Did you like it, Kelly? I have no problem anymore with that, Ellie. This is Ruzicka putting the Flames up 3-2, but now it's 4-3 Flames in the third period. You know who's going to deflect this one in, Matthew Tkachuk. Of course, it's going to go to shootout, and it's Huberdeau. And I think you knew what was going to happen. He puts that past Spencer Knight. Matthew Tkachuk with the old-time slapper. Look at Marshall give him the stare down right. And then finally the game winner, Rasmus Anderson. Beautiful move. He fools Spencer Knight, gets him stuck, and the Flames win. That's a huge win for the Flames in Florida today. Winnipeg at home against Pittsburgh. The Jets have been very good record-wise this year. They got into trouble tonight, though. Oh, it's Jason Zucker is fifth on the give and go for Malkin. Third goal in the past 6, 1-0 in the game. Under 2 to go. Hellebuck has made no mistakes all year. This is the first one.
Don't do it, Connor. Oh, man, he just gave it right at Connor Hellebuck. I didn't see it. I'm just getting all the highlights now. He just gave up an easy one as the Jets got blanked by the Pens.
Also, for the Jets, Steelers is having sports hernia surgery, which is too bad.
And they just lost Nikolai Ehlers to sports hernia surgery. That's what Elliot Fraven just mentioned. So that's a bad loss there for the game side of it. Connor Hellebuck on the giveaway, but to lose Nikolai Ehlers, that's going to sting quite a bit. Yeah, and if you hadn't watched the end of that between the Canadians, I got to go ahead and watch the end of this game now. But the end of that goal was incredible. And if you ever saw John Tortorella's face, he said he got jacked up because he got kicked in the face by a horse. I don't know if you heard that story.
Yeah, earlier tonight, Buffalo and Toronto, and this is about Tim Morgan. And watch this goal by Jordan. What? Yeah, guys, that was called a goal. So if you don't understand why, Mark, if you don't understand why that was a goal, join the club. But this is Nylander early, so you know, through the third. 5-2 Leafs, they were in control the whole game, but that goal has still got me thinking. I won't go to sleep tonight thinking about how that was a goal. 5 more Steelers for Kevin. Red Hot Devils have won 11 in a row. First period, Bruins up 1-0. Initial shot stopped. Nate Batchman puts the rebound. 5-1. That's 12 in a row, and they can tie the franchise record on Monday night against these Edmonton Oilers.
Kevin, you'll be in a focal by the sound of it. There we go. Pulsar games more, and that's where we sit. Cammy's next.
Where would the Red Wings be without Dominic Kubalik? He's got to be one of the best. I understand he doesn't have the same numbers as all the other big primetime players, but you want to talk about an impact on a single team that's still trying to get to where they want to go, which I don't know if they will this year. I would be honest with you. I thought maybe Red Wings, instead of falling apart by February, would these ones would be toward the March side. But Dominic Kubalik, he's been terrific.
Did somebody say,
Bubbles. 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 There are bubbles everywhere. As an expedient, you earn points to talk for air. So you can go and see even more of all the world's wonders.
When I was injured at work, I thought I'd get back to my feet early, and I thought I could handle my business with the workplace safety and insurance board myself. Boy, was I wrong.
If you're an injured worker, call the experts at Paul Duarte and Associates before you call the Workplace Safety and Insurance Board.
For 50 years, Charm has been a part of your proposals, weddings, and anniversaries. When it mattered, we've been.
Sorry, guys, still typing. If anyone else is coming in, I'm just trying to finish this stuff down before we get to the next part of the game.
Derek, and an insurance policy. Derek, why do the Kapoors update their home coverage?
They added a guest suite for the mother-in-law,
So she
to be closer to the family.
and
Comment on how dry the chicken is.
correct. Just needs a little sauce. Okay, policy. What color is the Taylor's new family van?
wish your policy knew you better? Switch to a Desjardins insurance agent.
So I don't know how good over the course, I know this is coming from a Red Wings fan, how good Philip Hronek actually is on defense, but he's really starting to pick it up offensively. That's kind of helped the Red Wings too. I understand it's wins over the Sharks and the Blue Jackets, but that's kind of stuff that they had to have. I mean, you had dropped that result in overtime where you left Huso out there to dry, and you already lost the game to the LA Kings. So to go 2-1-1, you had to do it. And they got several days off before the next game. That might be my next assignment. Again, Thanksgiving and Black Friday might cut into that. Wednesday, I can't do anything. So Monday and Tuesday are probably the only times this week I'll actually be able to do a game. Maybe Monday, Tuesday, Saturday. It's going to be a few days. But I will get right back into it. And thankfully, I was able to get something today. Moritz Sider had 3 assists too.
Presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, the Vegas Golden Knights are a machine. Winners of 6 in a row on the road. The Oilers have lost 3 in a row at home. We are in a stalemate. Warren got his third. Keegan Koslar got his third. Right now, the money line is -110 for the Edmonton Oilers. You can get in on the action tonight with DraftKings. Use that QR code that you see on the screen to download the app, and we remind you to play responsibly. I'm going to go do some karaoke.
That sounds great. Can't wait, Candy. You know, Canadians love to go to Vegas, and Vegas loves to go to Canada. 6 wins since they lost to Calgary early in the year. But it's
All right, so we should be able to get this just in time before we go back to do the game.
NHL shot
NHL.ca, the official online store of the NHL and Canada's largest selection of authentic NHL fans. Shop now and get today's special offer.
What proof do you need? Do you need time to pass? Banners to rise? Statues to be built? To know that these guys,
All right.
this moment, is special. And maybe you already see it. More speed, more skill, more than ever before. So, will you let this golden era pass you by? Or will you say, yeah, I saw it. I was there.
11:23. So the Irvings are off until Wednesday.
It's how you get back up. Goldstein DiBiase represents clients in all serious personal injury lawsuits with care. Trusted relationships through the entire legal process. Goldstein DiBiase. Call us first. 519-253-5242.
Desjardins Insurance presents.
We're here with Desjardins agent Derek and an insurance policy. Derek, why do the Kapoors update their home coverage?
They added a guest suite for the mother-in-law.
So she
Can be closer to the family.
and
Comment on how dry the chicken is.
correct. Just needs a little sauce. Okay, policy. What color is the Taylor's new family van?
Wish your policy knew you better? Switch to a Desjardins Insurance agent.
So I apologize. Next time we go through this intermission, I got all my other stuff done, so we'll be able to do some out-of-town scoreboard. And if anyone else does come in.
I am honored to announce that the season 6 winner is
The Great Canadian Baking Show season finale. Hey, baby. Sorry, Mom. It's amazing what you can build in AWS. Imagine creating cool tech so you can watch every shot anywhere you want. Or make news personalized. And learn about how to make my allowance go a long way. And watch your favorite team from the other side of the world.
All right.
They could do when I'm in charge.
Alright, so it's good to be done with all of this. So I don't have to worry about it. And then when we do get another stoppage, I'll have to use a bathroom break. I didn't get a chance to do that. All things in due time.
He is a warrior. Even in this battle, his kindness, his caring, and his compassion shine through. Run around and look. Thank you, Scott, and our thoughts and prayers go out to those who are impacted by cancer. We're fighting tonight for a cure.
absolutely anyone and everyone that's ever been affected by this terrible disease. We're fighting for that tonight and every day when we put our
What's going on? How are you doing?
towards finding a cure for this disease.
Second period action about to get
All right.
Edmonton, Alberta.
So I didn't get a chance again. I'm the local sided for Michigan to cover the local assignments. So we're going to do the Edmonton Oilers and the Vegas Golden Knights. We're going to be getting into the second period. It's a 1-1 game. 10 shots for Edmonton, 9 shots for the Vegas Golden Knights. As this goes back now to Alex Pietrangelo of Vegas. Going to be going left to right across your radio dial. Stone, nice pass there for Eichel as he tried to lift one past the shoulder blade of Stuart Skinner to the right side post. And now picked up by Cody Ceci, but he's going to need some help to get it out. Race for the puck. This one's going to be won there by Alex Pietrangelo as the icing is now waved off. Eichel, this goes in between him, picked up now by the Golden Knights. It's Stone as Eichel will make this pass across. Gets recollected here by Vegas and gets settled down in between Theodore and Pietrangelo. Picked up now by Chandler. Stephenson as Stone tries to get a piece of it. Now intercepted by Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid, he's going to go ahead and take his change, and so is Tyson Berry and everyone else. Pietrangelo with a long outlet pass because he knows that Edmonton's on the change, but it's going to be an icing anyway. And Edmonton can touch, and Cody Ceci comes together a little bit with Howden as they got a stick stuck in there a little bit, and they had some words exchanged. So we're going to have an offensive zone draw here for the Edmonton Oilers when we come back. So, Mist, I appreciate you leaving some messages and following across right now. Within the 5 votes, I see the Golden Knights win tonight over the Oilers. And 3 out of 5 of you say no. That's where we're at right now. Face off one there by the Golden Knights. Stolen off the backhand. Has there been a chance there for the third line side again? It's Clem Costin with a chance off the wrister there, but Logan Thompson able to make a big save. Howden lost it. This was trying to get picked up there by Alec Martinez off the stick left, and Costin had a quick chance there on Hill and off the backhand side. Made the big save. So another defensive zone draw, but this time Vegas is going to try to win this one. For their sake, they need to. As Draisaitl on the draw, and he wins it clean. So back-to-back offensive zone wins here for the Oil. And now this goes back to Tyson Barrie, bouncing between a couple of escape lanes, kept alive there by Draisaitl. Stone trying to get this out deep as this is dumped in deeper. RNH picks this up now as this bounces back in between Barrie. Extra pass now for Draisaitl as he's riding that board line. Picked up now by William Karlsson. Remember, toward the opening of the first season of the Golden Knights, Karlsson was a first liner. He's only down to the third now for Bruce Cassidy's squad. Not the same player that he used to be, but he's still a damn good one. As the pass goes just ahead there for Fogle. That stayed on side, actually. I thought that was a little offside as Nugent Hopkins lost it up the backhand. Picked up now by Vegas. Good outlet pass here for Marchessault. Trying to work his way in between three players. Trying to beat Kulak with a stick lift. And this is picked up now by Bouchard. Bouchard going to take his time. Make the pass to the defensive partner. And Kulak. Kulak off to the races up the forehand. Still wide as this goes behind the cage of Aiden Hill. Kulak trying to emerge with it right now as McLeod tries to pick this up near the left side red line. McLeod holding off the backhand. He gets worked off the puck a couple of times, and this gets cleared out of the zone. Kulak will try to get it in deep as nothing is called on the icing side. Captain, here's an opening chance as Colston shot a wide rebound. Oh, it went wide of the blue paint. Picked up now by the Oilers off the slap shot, and now Vegas picks it up now with Whitecloud. Whitecloud dumps it across the red line side. Close chances there for Edmonton and Colston, but that one went just barely wide. Kulak got stick lifted as this goes back, as Pietrangelo will look on. Dump down deep, will Carrier try to be the first to get to it, but he was held off there nicely by the Oilers. And now here's a chance for Whitecloud. Whitecloud bouncing between them as Pietrangelo still looking on, thought maybe they would hit him instead. Pietrangelo will be the last man back, and he's going to pick this up now for Vegas. Transition pass into the neutral zone, hit off the embankment. A chance there for Howden as this one bounces off of the glove of Skinner. Picked up now by Vegas. Just kept in. Pietrangelo into the screen. Blocker to side there by Skinner. Big rebound. But the Oilers are 3-1. This is still won there by Vegas. Good work there by Kolsar. Gives this back there to Alec Martinez. But now the pass a little bit too far. We got to go back and check up. So Martinez gets this across the neutral zone side. Trying to drop it here for Kessel, but instead held on to Howden. Kessel comes all the way back to pick this up as this is hit around the embankment. Eichel, cross pass Theodore looking for Eichel. Eichel picks it up now. Eichel in the high slot. He gets worked all the way back and through the Rogers Place Oilers logo. Eichel's still with it. He doesn't want to give it up right now. Long outlet pass right down the middle. Here's a chance for Stone trying to drag it through the slick legs of Skinner. And they got a penalty call. And we'll see who this is going to be on. 15-51. Good work there by Eichel. He was canceled all the way through the offensive zone. So he said, you know what, I'm going to go all the way back, try to make a power move, get open pass there to Mark Stone. And Mark Stone was taken down. I think this is going to go against the Oilers. Or are we going to have a penalty shot? I did not have the signal just yet. I think this is a penalty shot here for Stone. It is a penalty shot for Stone against Stuart Skinner. Here comes Stone, one-on-one against Skinner. Scores! Mark Stone scores on the penalty shot, and the Golden Knights take a 2-1 lead. So I don't get a chance to commentate on those very often. And Mark Stone made no mistake about it. He just zoomed his way toward the middle of the ice shot, 5-hole on Skinner. He didn't close it. So great work there by Eichel. I will say before that sprung Mark Stone open in the middle of the slot. It forced the defense to react. They tripped Stone. They drew the penalty shot, and the captain makes it 2-1 Vegas. So Vegas trying to go 15-4 on the season. This loss, I will say this, if it does happen, although there's tons of time, would be absolutely huge for a chance for the Calgary Flames bill to make up some spaces. They got a big win over Florida. Again, we got a long way to go in the season. We're getting to the 20-game marker, but still, that's a point where that's going to be a good way to sleep at night if you're the Calgary Flames. As this puck gets ice picked up by Darnell Nurse, it's going to be an offensive zone draw. 2-1 is now your score. Mark Stone scores on the penalty shot. So we're heading about a minute or an hour 5, I should say, on the YouTube side. I appreciate anyone else that's bouncing in between the YouTube side. I got 3 likes already, so more than what I would usually get. So humbly appreciate that side. Anyone else that jumps in between Twitter Spaces, YouTube, welcome everybody. So 15-27 left to go in the middle stands. The shots are tied at 12, but Mark Stone has made it a 2-1 game. Face-off win in there between the legs. Hyman trying to buy some space here for the Edmonton Oilers as the Golden Knights look to cancel this one out. Picked up now by Darnell Nurse as this is dumped in deep. And now Aiden Hill will play this with the stick, although that looked a little unsure. Well, White Claw cleaned up the mess. This gets dumped down the ice again. This is not ice. 15 minutes left to go in the second frame. Vegas just took a 2-1 lead. Nice pickup there by Hyman in between the forehand and backhand transition. Now trying to get some space against Alec Martinez. Picked up there by McLeod. He tried to center a pass out. This is going to bounce to Cece. He's going to shoot the slapper as it bounced back to him. Went just wide. Center out front. Big save by Hill. Another rebound. But that bounced in between Pietrangelo. And that could not be saved. And that goes all the way back down the Edmonton zone. Played there by Stuart Skinner. Intercepted. And oh, man, that shot got blocked out in front by the Oilers as Stuart Skinner couldn't get back to his crease. This is a back pass, almost played to the Golden Knights unintentionally. Fogle now gets us in between Aiden Hill. Pick up now. Oilers off the backhand. Bouchard trying to play it across the line, but Kulak got to go back to intercept it. He's just going to slap this around the embankment. Picked up now by Martinez. Good forechecking there by the Oilers. Trying to pry it loose. Pietrangelo busy behind the office there. Hill. Long outstretched pass. Vegas might win this race. As they do, chance there for Howden off the backhand, spinning away near the right side red line, dropping through the defense now. Phil Kessel, delayed penalty against Edmonton. Kessel holding, still making the pass cross, and that one goes wanting. Picked up now by McNabb. Here's a chance, Howden. Here's Kessel. Kessel still with it near the right side dot. This goes back, but this is still with Vegas. When Edmonton touches, Vegas goes to the power play. And now it is Vegas with their third power play of the contest. 13-21 in the second. We'll see what happens if Golden Knights can stretch this lead. Come right back. Open the wrong file here.
It's the moments we cherish with the ones that matter most, and a game that unites us. Sobeys is a proud supporter of hockey across Canada. Sobeys, official grocer of the NHL.
Celebrate 31 years of support and treatment with the annual Brentwood Charity Lottery. Take possession of a beautiful Lake Point home or $780,000 in cash. Your choice. 3 brand new vehicles or take the cash. Early bird grand prizes plus a 50-50 draw. Tickets are just $50 each or $100 for 3. Get your tickets by October 20th to be eligible for all draws. Order your tickets online at BrentwoodLottery.com.
At Craig Montfort and Partners, we meet with victims of distracted drivers every day. We've seen terrible crashes caused by drivers texting, putting on makeup, eating, or just not paying attention. Distracted drivers are the #1 cause of fatalities on the road.
We're talking about a distracted driver commercial in Canada. The funniest thing I've ever seen And it's dangerous, but the funniest thing I've ever seen is people eating cereal and milk on the expressway. I'm not talking about cereal bars, I'm talking about actual cereal and milk. And I wonder how you actually do that. But some of these people can do that. And I really don't understand how or how that never is caught.
CBC champion Evan Bouchard has the last 2 minutes for high sticking Paul Connor right here as he comes back. The stick comes right down the back of the neck of Connor, so an easy call. Good put Connor down low, little stop, spin, hold on to the puck, draws the penalty. The third for the Vegas Golden Knights.
So third power play opportunity here for Vegas. They win the offensive zone draw. Here comes Marchessault with a wrister. Was able to pretty much skate right in. The red carpet was laid out for him, but he wired it high. 13 shots to 12 in favor of Vegas. Mark Stone has made it a 2-1 lead for the Golden Knights. He scored on the penalty shot for the go-ahead goal. Is that one? I wouldn't say wired wide. I got to redo what I say there. That was off the stick side of Stuart Skinner. Now Eichel in the high slot. This goes back to Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo now to Marchessault to the screen, and that is in the catching glove and held by Stuart Skinner. So two big saves back to back there. 14 shots now to 12 as Vegas got the shot forward edge. They got the 2-1 goal edge, and they still have another minute 40 to work with in their third power play of the contest. As they've done well right now throughout this game in Edmonton, I wouldn't say search for answers, but once this power play is done, they got to get the pace of play going the other way because Vegas has looked good in this second stanza. So Pietrangelo, pick it up here from Aiden Hill. Long outlet pass here for Eichel, enters the zone, and he's just going to rattle it around the embankment. Picked up now by Pietrangelo, kept alive. Marchessault again to the same spot. This one is saved there by Stuart Skinner. Doesn't know where it is momentarily in Edmonton. Great job. Fluttered that one very high. As Aiden Hill, long outstretched pass, and Marchessault will connect. And he's going to take his time. He picked it up to the neutral zone, goes back to the defensive side, and they're going to leave it here for Jack Eichel. About a minute 10. Jack Eichel going to pick it back up here with the help of Marchessault. But this will go back down the ice, and Aiden Hill come way out of the goal crease. Going to leave it here for Shea Theodore. So second line power play time out there right now for Bruce Cassidy's squad. 50 seconds left to go in the third power play of the contest here for Vegas. Theodore off the backhand, just taken brushed aside there by Skinner with the stick hand. And now this goes back to Aiden Hill again. Theodore will look to enter. Left to right across your radio dial on this second stanza. John Ott with you. Commentating from Rogers Place. Couldn't cover the Waterford Sharks and the Muskegon Voyagers semi-pro hockey. So we're going to go back to our original assignment as a shot right through the middle of the door there for Phil Kessel. Right down the middle of the red carpet. Off the backhand gets saved by Stuart Skinner. So we couldn't get our original assignment that was planned. So we went back to this that I set up from the beginning of the week. So next week's schedule should be open for me for Monday and Tuesday as far as doing some stuff. So maybe I'll try to get Cooper Hopkins early in the week, or maybe we might miss a week. But Wednesday I'll be out with the missus. Thursday will be Thanksgiving, and Friday will probably be too hard to do. So it'll probably be Monday, Tuesday, Saturday next week. So I apologize for getting a few extra days off. I'll hopefully get back in, get a little bit of a break, and recharge in there from the holidays. So that sounds good to me. Eichel, Kessel. Kessel's pass went nowhere. And now Edmonton gets a chance to kill some time there with Zach Hyman. Long outstretched pass picked up now by Riley Smith. Stays on side. Drop here for Kessel. And that was a ripper. And that goes way out of play off the stick of Stuart Skinner. So good shot there for Kessel. The first pass was a little nonchalant. When he got the same opportunity, Phil Kessel, he just said, you know what? I messed up on the pass. I'm going to go ahead and rip this wrist shot. And that one got smoked off one of the Edmonton players. Nothing on a play. So neutral zone draw. 11:19 left to go in the second stanza. John Ott here with you from Rogers Place. It's a big contest between the 14-4 Vegas Golden Knights, 9-8 Edmonton Oilers. Loss here would put them to 500 on the NHL season at 9-9. And Vegas would go to 15-4, only behind the Boston Bruins for the best record. Keegan Kolesar, drop pass out in front, big save. Skinner with one. It's loose. Vegas still has it in behind the cage as it's kept into the blue line side White Cloud. But that bounces off one of the Oilers. We'll see if Vegas can get to it first. And now Howden gets back on McLeod with the spin in between his own end. And Edmonton will pick it up. White Cloud gets it into the neutral zone. Entry here. Keegan Kolesar with the drop. And that one might have went off the stick that Stuart Skinner doesn't have in behind the cage. He doesn't have time to get to it unless they take some time now. Big hit by White Cloud at the reverse of Colston. And White Cloud will center this back around as he's going to have to collect. 10:30 left to go in the second. This goes back to Zach Whitecloud. He got a big hit on Clem Colston on the third line side as he got smoked. Theodore finds Kulak. Kulak tried to be the first to get to it. Intercepted. Here's a chance for Vegas. Big save. As Stuart Skinner did have time to go and to get that goal stick. Draisaitl's pass gets taken away by Eichel. Mark Stone will get it in deep, although he's got to go through a reverse hit. Skinner plays this one toward the right side dot. And now Edmonton trying to make something happen, but Vegas intercepts again into the neutral zone right now. Vegas feeding Edmonton their lunch. Draisaitl. This goes to Evan Bouchard. Bouchard takes his time, tries to find a stretch outlet here. Good backhand to Draisaitl. Draisaitl working his way to the forehand. Here comes McDavid now on the ice. Drop pass here for Cece. Cece now for Draisaitl. Goes to Nurse. Nurse cutting in front of the lane. Cross pass shot. Scores! Big opportunity for Draisaitl. And Cece made it count. Just when Edmonton was on the ropes taking uppercuts, Draisaitl makes it dose. And we are tied at 9:31 in the second. Leon Draisaitl, he was open toward that right side wing. Good work there for Cece. Good stick handle there for Draisaitl. What a rocket outstretched pass. The wrong man was open at the dot, but the wrong man also made some of the right moves to get open, get back on that right slot. And I don't know if that was Eichel's man or whoever else, but somebody left Draisaitl unchecked near the right dot, and that's going to make you pay. Here comes Edmonton now. They centered it back off the hill. Draisaitl with his 10th of the season, assisted by Nurse and RNH. McDavid picks it up now as the Edmonton Oilers get life once again. Darnell Nurse, glove down here. Here's a chance for Janmark. Janmark will drop this. Great move by McDavid to buy some time. He gets knocked down, picks it back up, kicks it to himself off the embankment. And now Vegas will flutter this one ahead. Draisaitl. He's the one that just scored. It's 2-2 now as he gets his 10th of the season. This is iced, so Edmonton can't change. Connor McDavid still out there. 8:49 left to go in the second. This has been a fun contest so far. And if anyone joins on Twitter Spaces, they're for a treat. And anyone that has joined on the YouTube side, thank you, because it's been a lot of fun. So Draisaitl looking over that stick. He's got his 10th of the season. It's McDavid against Michael Amadio. And on the draw, McDavid will win this one clean. As Cody Cece gets it in deep, but intercepted here by Howden. Howden with an extra series of moves, and now picked up by Keegan Kolsar. Howden worked off the puck. Here comes the Edmonton Oilers into the Oilers logo right now. Hyman, nice drop pass there for Cece, but just a little bit too far off the stick check as Vegas will pick it back up. Eichel lost it there momentarily as he was bumped into. White Cloud has it. His outstretched pass. This bounces in between. Eichel goes up off the stick, and some of the fans need to take a head up because they don't have netting over there because the puck went a little wide. Come back in from the break. Draisaitl just made it 2-2. We'll see what's next in the middle stanza. 8:16 left.
Ever been. She liked her ex's photo from way back in 17. A day like this calls for the game, fries, and family. So just make it a Friday.
Kick it up a notch with the excitement of soccer and Paradise Sportsbook app. Featuring our new multi-game same-game parlays. Combine the excitement of multiple same-game parlays in one bet for even more action. Bet match winners, total goals, player props, and more. And our award-winning customer service, and it's a better Sportsbook app and soccer. It's a whole new game.
For 50 years, charm has been a part of your proposals, weddings, anniversaries. When it mattered, we've been
Chosen forever, John Ott.
If you've been injured in an accident or a fall or been attacked by a dog, you need a good lawyer now. For 30 years, Katz and Wolfpack has been fighting for people who deserve compensation. Call Katz and Wolfpack and let us make the law work for you.
Well, there was a thought that Jack Campbell might start against Vegas tonight, given he is 4-1-0 lifetime against the Golden Knights, but the Oilers prefer to give him time to find his game, and so Stuart Skinner made his third straight start this evening, and there's no arguing with that decision, given the way Skinner has played. 16 saves to this point, some big ones in the second period to make it possible for Leon Draisaitl to pull the Oilers into the tie and to other ranks.
Jay Woodcroft saying earlier today that Skinner has hit every developmental step along the way, playing with confidence. It's great to see as Skinner has worked himself to some sparkling stats, one of the best save percentages in the NHL to start off this season. We saw that little flurry there last game.
8 minutes left to go here in the second period. We are tied at 2. John Ott here with you from Rogers Place. It's a pick up here for the Golden Knights in the offensive zone into the screen. It gets bounced off of one of the Edmonton players. Edmonton desperately trying to get this out of the zone as McLeod staple gun somebody in the boards. And now the Oilers can come underway as McLeod goes to try to pick it up now. A lot of oohs and ahs from the crowd. Here's another opportunity, and Mark sent one across. And we got a penalty upcoming. 7:36 left to go in the second period. We got a fantastic contest between two pretty good teams right now. Keegan Kolesar going to the box. So Keegan Kolesar had the puck bounce off him for the first one here for Vegas as Howden got smoked near the right side boards there as good work by, let me get the name on that one. I think that was Colston that actually knocked him out pretty good toward the board side. And Kolesar wanted to get some retribution, and the referee saw it. They weren't having any of it, so this is going to give the Edmonton Oilers a chance on the power play side. So holding against Kolesar puts Edmonton on the power play, where, again, they have the second highest number right now in all of the NHL. So wrong team to put on the power play, but per usual, that's what the Edmonton Oilers can do. Here's a back pass. Picked up now for Leon Draisaitl. Off to the races right now, trying to be 3 Golden Knights. As he's going around the left side of the dot, still has the puck. There's Draisaitl. And finally dispossessed, but it took 3 Golden Knights to do it. As this goes into the neutral zone. In between the skate blades is Stuart Skinner. Now $1.25 left to go in Edmonton's second power play. Their first one didn't net that many shots. But Ryan Nugent-Hopkins will pick it up now. Connor McDavid with the offensive zone entry. He's going to drop it here to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl now to McDavid. McDavid now near the right dot. This is going to go back here to Tyson Barrie. Kept in there by Evan Bouchard. McDavid lost it. He just lost it auspiciously. And this goes back to Stuart Skinner. That's not something that you normally see from Connor McDavid. He just overskated it and lost the puck. And now here's a chance. McLeod with the entry as this gets knocked off. And this could be an opportunity here, although there's 40 seconds left in the second power play, that Edmonton does not have a single shot on either one of them. But here comes Darnell Nurse. Right to left across your radio dial. Gets dumped in. Aiden Hill will play this with the goal stick. Vegas, they get set it on front for Puljujärvi. There's one shot. And now here's Edmonton. They keep it alive. They go D to D. Here's a chance now for Puljujärvi. Knocked up and on a play. 5:58 left to go in the second period. 22 seconds left to go in the second power play, and 2's everywhere. It's 2 for Vegas, 2 for Edmonton. Anyone that's joining me on the YouTube side, I humbly appreciate it. It's been fun on the Twitter Spaces side. I know some people haven't been in and out just yet, but if I encourage you, if you do join in, stick around because this has been a good game. 5:58 left to go in this second period. 18 shots to 15 is in favor of Vegas, but the scoreboard is not at 2. So Vegas 14-4 on the season. As we said, Edmonton 9-8. They don't want to go to 9-9. They want to stay in that first wild card spot. Draisaitl holding. Goes back to Nurse. Now to Draisaitl. Draisaitl Going to take his chance and shoot it to the screen, but this bounces off Vegas and goes back into the neutral zone. So just one shot here for Edmonton. This is the second power play. Dumped in deep, bounce off of Aiden Hill. He's got to hurry up and get back in the goal creases. Vegas having a tough time trying to get this out. It's centered dangerously out in front, but just enough for a stick handle. Picked up now by Vegas and William Karlsson. Good work to move this ahead there momentarily, but now Edmonton can intercept. Here's a chance for Vegas to jump on it off the turnover. Karlsson gets a piece. Haig trying to center it out in front. This is in the high slot looking for a tip with Smith, but it's in the catching and webbing of Stuart Skinner's glove. They get a stoppage. 5:12 in the second period, tied at dose. Come right back.
It's the Drive at Home holiday event at your Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram dealer. 'Tis the season to be shopping with our best offer of the year. Right now, enjoy 15% off MSRP on Ram Classic models. That's up to $10,000 in total discounts. Or unwrap the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever, with financing as low as 4.99% for up to 84 months. It's the most wonderful time of the year at the Drive at Home holiday event.
My Tim's delivery order, I do a loaded wrap or bowl like 2 or 3 times a week. I want to order with Tim's delivery. I get great offers and earn more Tim's rewards points. It's the best. You get free delivery for a limited time, only on the Tim's app.
Every hockey fan loves the one-timers from the blue line. Except goalies. But we do love the effortless programs, the crazy kick saves, and this season, DraftKings Sportsbook is giving you a reason to love them even more. There's so many ways to get closer to the game, like same-game parlays, puck lines, money lines, and more. You can do it anytime, anywhere in Ontario. Scan the QR code to download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and get it on the action with an official sports betting partner of the NHL.
For every holiday, for everyone. Spring, a taste of welcome.
Well, sir, you brought it up on Wednesday night against the Los Angeles Kings. Edmonton had 29 shots blocked in that game that didn't get you into the game. So what did they do the last couple of days? Drills like that, shooting through an obstruction, moving on the blue line. Tonight, you can already see more movement from the defense, especially making sure that puck is getting down into the zone. And it results in better opportunities. That one there almost found its way home. When you look at the goal, it was scored the first goal of the game by Warren.
Okay.
Shot pass by Ryan Murray. Instead of trying to clap it through the forward, get it to his spot, results in the 1-0 goal.
5 minutes left to go in the second period, tied at 2. Good contest right now between Vegas and Edmonton. Picked up now by Haig and behind the own end. This gets intercepted. McDavid, the wrong guy to give it to. It's loose in the slot off the rebound and picked up by Jonathan Marchessault. McDavid, Aiden Hill had to make the save off the wrist shot, and that went all the way back. In the offensive end now, Marchessault keeping this alive. William Karlsson got knocked down pretty hard, and Marchessault will collect along the right side wall. Karlsson, series of moves to in and out of his man as this goes back near the right side dot, backhanded, just trying to get a rebound opportunity. There is Vegas, and now they're able to actually collect toward an open wing because Edmonton didn't know where the puck was. And now Edmonton finally collects, colliding in between a couple of players as Riley Smith could have taken a stick up to the face, and now there's a chance for Janmark. He's going to drop this high in the slot. It bounces off one of the Golden Knights. Janmark pick it back up as they crisscross. Jesse Puljujärvi. This goes off the outside of the cage. Still with the Oilers right now. Vegas looking to break out, although it's 2-on-2. Here's a chance now for Kolesar. Dumped in deep there for Howden. Kolesar pick it up. And this goes back for the D-line side as it crisscross with Alex Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo being worked over there by Devin Shore. He knocks it out. And this goes back for the defensive end. Vegas looking for another entry. Howden off the backhand, trying to find Pietrangelo, but it was just too far. Dumped down the ice. Tyson Barrie will be the lone forechecker there as he's on his jets there. As this is dumped in through the right side of the glass. Picked up now by Chandler. Stephenson dropping the 1-2 for Stone. And off the catching glove, off the lively inboards, it's going to be a hold for Stuart Skinner. 3:19 left to go in the second. Shots are now 19-16 in favor of the Golden Knights, although the score is still tied at 2. So good contest right now between both these teams, and I hope that you guys have a chance to either listen or follow along, regardless of how you do it, because this is a good contest right now between both teams, and this feels like a contest that can go either way, as you would expect right now between teams such as these. Watching on the CDC feed right now as we flipped over between the AT&T Sports Center, but that wasn't doing it for me on the Vegas side. So bouncing off the knees, and this goes back to Vegas into the neutral zone as a defense. We'll get a chance to pick it up. As bounces in between, finds Eichel somehow. Eichel with a slot pass. This could get picked back up by Vegas and Stone! And that gets gloved aside there by Stuart Skinner. Picked up now by Stone along the wall as it goes to 2-2. Eichel spinning. Eichel still trying to keep this alive as Chandler Stephenson tried to send it out the outside of the cage and went right back to him. Eichel tries to pick it up, and now Fogle will just backhand and waft this one into the defensive zone of the Golden Knights. Golden Knights have the white jersey tops, and the Edmonton Oilers have the orange tops with the blue middle. Picked up now by Eichel. Eichel still with it off the backhand. Can't be dispossessed off the puck. Stone tried to center it in through the high slot. Tried to get picked up by Pietrangelo. Darnell Nurse lost it. Eichel still with it again. As he's at his second effort, falls down. He's blew a tire, and now finally coughed up the puck as it's RNH. RNH has it now. RNH spun off the puck, took a crazy hop in behind the cage of Aiden Hill, and now Kolsar has to dump this one back behind his defensive side, and the ref's got to get out of the way as Vegas trying to look to go left or right across your radio dial. Long outstretched pass here for Vegas. Vegas now on the left side red line, picked up now by Uyghur as this is spun around the cage. Here's a chance for Vegas still as they're being worked behind the puck. And now Edmonton lost it. White Cloud got a piece of it. Still being worked here by Vegas as Holden gets worked up the puck there with Carrier. Now back to Vegas with Keegan Kolsar. Tyson Barrie can't use possession of the puck. Vegas with puck possession in deep. It got shouldered aside there by Stuart Skinner. And now here's a chance for Shore. Shore got stick lifted off the puck. Picked up now by Vegas. Here's Riley Smith, although it's 1-on-3. He's going to buy some time. He's going to dump it in deep himself. It's 1:05 left to go in the second as Kulak has this go all the way back to him. And now here's some work for Matthias Janmark now. The pickup here for Ken Holland and former Dallas Star. And we're getting a penalty call for a slash. And we'll see if this can be on. 21 shots to 17. Maybe this goes against Vegas from the guilty party that I've seen, but don't have anything confirmed just yet. But we will get a look at it on the penalty side. So good work to bring the forehand there for William Carrier and Amadio to try to get some chances, and it was the Martinez, Amadio, Stephenson line that was able to keep that one in there deep a little bit and cause some problems, but Stuart Skinner able to make some saves. So Alec Martinez, I believe that is, let me look, that is not his second penalty, that's his first, but it will be another one here. So 3 penalties against Vegas, 4 against the Oilers. Bomb for Draisaitl, and that blocked everybody, and that went all the way back there for Stuart Skinner. So dose is your score, although Edmonton got another power play opportunity. This will be their third. They have just 1 shot so far in their 3 power plays. If they don't score, this is going to carry over at least for about a minute, 10 seconds going to the third. Here's a breakaway. Here's a chance for Smith holding up cross pass to Carlson. And they held off the right side post at Stuart Skinner. I like the attempt there for Carlson to Smith to try to do a cross pass off a 2-on-1, but it was good defense to actually deny that cross. They left the short side to short side toward the right side dot, and after the shot got blocked, and somebody shaking it off as Braden McNabb off the hand, it was Riley Smith off to the races. He slew up there, and then he dropped it for Carlson, and it was still stopped there by Stuart Skinner. Off the rebound, that one goes wide. Picked up now by Edmonton in their own end. Vegas got 4 shorthanded goals on the season. They tried to make it one there to make it 3-2, but it's still tied at dose. McDavid, now he's off to the races, and behind the cage, trying to center it out in front, and that got stopped there by Aiden Hill. But it's with the Oilers. Here's McDavid trying to put on a toe drag as he made one of the Vegas Golden Knights lose their stick. Down to 3 seconds now. Draisaitl centered and out, dangerous. And now the power play is going to end right now at a minute 2. I should say the period is going to end at 2. We saw the minute 2 left to go in the third power play of the contest for Edmonton. We're tied at 2 after 2. And when we come right back, we'll call the third period action. Stay tuned, everybody. This game's been good. Hope you stick around and enjoy it with me.
Closed caption. Brought to you in part by Boston Pizza's delicious new fall menu. Visit your nearest BP today to find out what everyone's about.
You know, this TD app makes things so easy. It's got access to your banking, trading, and rewards together.
Pretty sweet. Your kids got it so easy. In my day, I had to bank on one app and trade on a completely different app. You know what I did for rewards?
You gonna guess the third app?
Third app. It was exhausting.
Isn't he like 7 years older than us?
We graduated together.
It's a whole new world of easy with the TD app. TD, ready to help you move forward.
So let's get this depth chart set up, and then we'll go back and actually do the look around the league.
Disney's Disenchanted. Now streaming only on Disney Plus.
Whoa, we're just 10 times more money. What would it take? I know.
Ew, people live like this? Oh, hello, this is gorgeous. How do we make a pick? Wait, I should be shouting it from the rooftops. More live lines and player props than ever. Can I use these? Yeah, sure. Can I steal them? What? No. Fine. Have you seen this? Look at that first half spread.
Okay, locking it in.
Lock it in, baby.
Everything you need to share your Christmas spirit. Canadian Tire, Canada's Christmas store.
For expedient purpose, travel doesn't end at hotel. It's getting instant to your trip. Plus, points for your future trips. So you can keep thinking, where next? When you need someone to fight for you, to get your life back on track, choose Pachoco and Mello. Contact us for a free initial consultation with one of our experienced personal injury lawyers. The law offices of Pachoco and Mello. Welcome to Brady's Drugstore, the friendly pharmacy. We're here to listen and help you feel better. Find us in Essex, Bell River, and our newest location in Tilbury, or at Brady'sDrugstore.com.
It's 5 a.m. and I feel like I can do anything.
We've got apples and cabbage, $7,000 vegetables, and
Let's get to dinner. We've been coming here since 1868.
there's a lot of pushy that stuff out there, but
This is a happy place.
There are millions of ways to make the most of your life. How will you make the most of yours?
Huron Tractor, the right choice. Visit HuronTractor.com today.
Hey, soccer fans, it's Canada's time to shine, and CBC's got you covered. New interviews, analysis, and more, bringing you closer to the biggest Canadian stories on and off the pitch. Catch Soccer North on CBC Gem.
For Canadian soccer star Alfonso Davies, it's all about family.
The reason why every day I get up to play the sport that I love,
How to motivate him to shine.
I want to give everything back to them.
He talks to Ian about his goals for the World Cup. Sunday on Canada's Newscast. Commentators will be provided by Jack Victory.
So kind of going into the night, we thought it would be McDavid versus Eichel. That's a draft storyline. This is the 10th time in the careers they've met. Eichel's got 11 points in those games, 8 for Connor McDavid. But it's clear to stay on Draisaitl as the shoulder.
Once again, we're going to start the intermission with Draisaitl, and he just takes over the game. He did it all first period. Watch his shift in the second period, and he just stays away from everybody. Everybody's so afraid to go right at him. They give him so much space. Then the Oilers are going to work it around. He's in that ever familiar place down by the goal line. Takes his time on this one. The puck was rolling a little bit when it got to him. Then look at how many options he has. Like a guy like Draisaitl is not going to miss that open net. That's just too easy for him. We watched this so many times in that dangerous area. There's nobody more dangerous in the history of the NHL. Now he's in second in league scoring as well.
And Martinez definitely fell on his goalie there and hindered his ability to move over by power play. So what's the number one breakout that we always show? And I actually think it's the best breakout. It's the drop pass. Every once in a while, though, to keep the penalty kill honest, you need your defenseman to attack. The problem is when he does, and Shea does it as well as anyone. He's actually got some really good moves. He kicks this out and he goes. They get a little chance. But as you can see, there's no support. So it's an automatic clear for Edmonton after the initial shot. But it does set up the next time when you do the drop and drop it. Now you come with speed and you get a little bit more of a cushion because the owners have to respect the fact that Shea might take it and you get that chance off the rush.
Okay, so last week we worked Winnipeg Calgary, which was a really good game, and we had one major debate, and that was penalty shot or power play. And this is the one. It was Kyle Connor, and he gets hooked by Uyghur, and he doesn't get a penalty shot. He gets a power play.
Just making sure that we're good here.
Short-handed, not long after. I feel in this situation, they should just call them all penalties.
We're good on this. So make sure I move that to sound in case anyone else calls. I don't let that go in the middle of the third. We got 6 votes. Do the Golden Knights win tonight? 3 of you say yes, 3 of you say no.
I think it should be the other way around. I think they should make as many of these penalty shots as they can think of. And this one tonight, I think it's better for the game.
I'm with you, Elliot. And that's coming from a guy that hated penalty shots against, of course.
I'm with you as well, Elliot and Kelly. The only thing I think that you should amend is they should take the net off the moorings and have it at the imaginary net for the penalty shot to add to entertainment value. And then they could be like, oh, that was high, but it was probably in.
What was the one tweet at you today? If the Leafs had to play with imaginary goaltending, why should they be allowed to score?
People are
imaginary net.
That's a good one to reflex on. That was your burner run that came up with that one, right?
Yeah, that's right. Let me give you a couple of the things that are happening in the NHL tonight. Steve Stamkos was on fire out of the gate. He had 6 goals in the first week, and then kind of went cool, but he's heated up again this week. It was great the other night against Calgary, and here he is with a game-winning goal against the Nashville Predators, and you're just not going to do anything with that. No. Just a fabulous shot by Stamkos. That's his 10th goal in the season. Tampa Bay with a big win. Kevin, you got Nate Dogg.
Yeah, look at Nate Dogg here. He's going to score a highlight reel goal. It's, believe it or not, only his 5th of the season. I mean, he's got a lot of points, but
Oh, Nathan McKinnon. Oh, boy. All right, let's go around the league right now. I know there's nobody else in here, but I want to go around the league. So let's do that right now while we get the middle of the intermission. All my other stuff is typed and taken care of as far as this story and everything else I had to do throughout the day. So now all that's left is just go around the league and finish this story, type it up, get the play-by-play done. So Red Wings beat the Blue Jackets 6-1. I'm not going to go into that one because I already did all that stuff from my side, so I saw all those goals. Our game's tied at 2-2 between the Golden Knights and the Oilers. Kings and Kraken tied at 1 at the end of 2, so I would have been interested to do that one too. We picked the Golden Knights and the Oilers, and that was a good decision. Rangers and Sharks still scoreless with 11:24 in the second. Everything else gone final. How about 11 straight wins for the New Jersey Devils? They're 15-3-0. They beat the Sens 5-1. It's a shootout win for the Calgary Flames over the Florida Panthers. And just for sake here, I'm going to go ahead and look at this a little bit deeper. I know Cooper Hopkins isn't with me tonight, but I think I'd be doing him a disservice if I didn't talk about that. So Adam Ruzicka scored the first in the power play at 15-13 from Noah Hannafin and Nikita Zadorov. Calgary had 1-0 right after 1. And then Zadorov scored from Ruzicka and Lindholm. Make it 2-0 Calgary. It was Colin White and Sam Reinhart with back-to-back goals. Kachuk got an assist. Alexander Barkov got his 11th. Ruzicka scored again from Elias Lindholm. And then E2 Listerainen, Blake Coleman, and then Matthew Kachuk tied it up at 4-4 with 13:46. Nothing in the OT. The final shootout goal by Rasmus Andersson on Spencer Knight. So Spencer Knight made 31 saves out of 35 at 886. And Jacob Markstrom, 31 out of 35. Same thing, 886. As the Flames won in the shootout. The Canadiens beat the Flyers 5-4. And again, if you did not see that Cole Caulfield goal that sent the game to OT with 1.9 seconds left, you're doing yourself a disservice. I caught that at the very end before we actually started our game. So they won in the shootout. The Bruins destroyed the Blackhawks 6-1. The Boston Bruins are 16-2 on the season. They have, let's see if I can do my math correctly, 34 points on the season right now. Absolutely ridiculous. Toronto Maple Leafs, they get 5-2 win over the Sabres. Sabres have just fallen apart. They're 7-11 now on the year. When they started over the first week, you thought maybe something good, but nope. Maple Leafs 10-5-4 with a 5-2 win. Avalanche destroy the Caps 4-0. Nathan McKinnon scored a highlight reel goals. They just showed on the CBC side. It's a 3-0 blank of the Winnipeg Jets for the Pittsburgh Penguins. They go to 8-7-3. It was a poor play there by Connor Hellebuck to give up an easy one, but again, nothing for his offense. Stars get the win over the New York Islanders. Islanders fall to 11-8. Stars are 11-5-2 with a 5-2 win. Wild edge out the Hurricanes. Big win for the Wild in overtime. Hurricanes do get a point. 10-5-3. They lose 2-1. And the Lightning edge out the Preds in overtime. 3-2. And the St. Louis Blues, they won again. I think that's 5 straight now for the Blues, 9-8. So they won 3 straight, they lost 8 straight, and then they won 6 straight. So you win 3, you lose 8, you win 6. That's the kind of season right now for the Blues. But I mean, they got to beat the Ducks, and they did just that. So let's look at the standings. Well, we have a chance. I know there are some other sports going on, but I really wanted to keep abreast of the hockey situation because I was supposed to cover some semi-pro action here in Michigan, but camera and everything else didn't work out for the Waterford Sharks, so I had to go back home and do the regular assignment. So as we look at our updated standings, Bruins got 32 points, so I couldn't do my math on the fly. They're 11-0 at home and 5-2 on the road. That leads the NHL. Maple Leafs are second in the Atlantic with 24. Tampa Bay got 23. The New Jersey Devils got 30 points. They're only 2 behind the Bruins at 15-3. Carolina Hurricanes holding on to the second spot in the Metro at 23. Islanders got 22. From the Lightning win, the Red Wings go back to the wild card spot. And thanks to the Calgary Flames, the Panthers only get 1 point. So the Red Wings have a 2-point lead at 9-5-4. Again, they needed to win those games against the Sharks and the Blue Jackets. They did. They had an overtime loss to the Ducks. At least they got 1 point, but that should have been 2. And then they lost outright to the Kings. So 2-1-1 on that road trip. Now they come back home for 5 straight. So Rangers out of the playoffs right now with 20, although they're just on the outside. Penguins with 19. Blue Jackets 13 points in the season with the Sens for the lowest in the East. Ducks had the lowest period at 11. Dallas Stars first in the Central with 24 at 11-5-2. The Avs and the Jets tied with 21 points at identical 10-5-1 records. Avalanche really picking it up of late. And if I can scroll, let's see if I can scroll in through this. If it does, do they show winning streaks? It is just 2 for the Avalanche. That was more. They're 7-3 out of the last 10. Golden Knights, they got the win against Arizona the night before, but they've lost. They don't want to lose 3 out of the last 4. They're 14-4 with 28 points. The second is Los Angeles Kings. Third is Seattle Kraken. Right now, the St. Louis Blues are in the second wild card. So that's what happens when you win 6 in a row. So again, you win 3, you lose 8, then you win 6. And the St. Louis Blues are back in the wild card. When you think about a week ago, that was seemed unforeseeable. And if you want to talk about tying, 18, 18, 18, 18, and 18. 5 different teams are all tied at 18 points in the wild card spot for the West. So it's bunched up right now.
Maureen just had all these delicious desserts delivered from M&M Food Market and threw a birthday party for her daughters. Only living.
Let's take a look at your NBA scores.
At PokerStars, We're helping our players stay on
So we don't have a full slate of scores. There's a lot of hockey scores tonight. So Timberwolves win 112-109 over the Sixers. Both teams out 8-8 on the season. Pacers edge out the Magic 114-113. Hawks survive the Raptors 124-122 in OT. Two games are currently underway. It's the Jazz all over the Trailblazers 94-83. And the Clippers routing the Spurs 76-58.
Tickets are just $50 each or $100 for 3. Get your tickets by October 20th to be eligible for all draws.
Let's look at this. So Michigan barely survived over Illinois. That was a field goal. Ohio State won 43-30 over Maryland, although that score was a lot closer than it was. Maryland was keeping themselves in the game. Georgia with a 16-6 victory over Kentucky. That was an ugly win for Georgia, but they're still the number one team as they're undefeated. So is Ohio State. So is Michigan, all at 11-0. TCU survives Baylor 29-28. They stay at 11-0. They're number 4. Tennessee on the outside looking in, and they will continue to be because they lost by South Carolina 63-38. Holy cow. So long Tennessee as far as playoff run is concerned. Any other notables? 44-0 Notre Dame over Boston College. Not really any other notables.
A season to remember. Make the season yours with holiday classics for the family. Sundays on CBC and CBC Gem.
Zoya, Lauren, she. There can only be one winner.
I am honored to announce that the Season 6 winner is...
The Great Canadian Baking Show season finale.
This period brought to you by Hyundai, the official electric vehicle of the NHL.
Back with you at Rogers Place in Edmonton, where the Oilers' Vegas Golden Knights are tied at 2 with 20 minutes of regulation time left. It's Hockey Fights Cancer Night, hockey's biggest battle, a battle that Terry Fox took on with his marijuana vote in 1980. In our pregame ceremony, we met Kirsten Fox, and we're pleased to be joined now by Terry's oldest niece, who is the school development officer in the Terry Fox Foundation. First of all, Kirsten, give me a sense of yours and your family's personal satisfaction in your uncle's astounding legacy.
Yeah, astounding is definitely a word for it. I think it's an immense sense of pride more than anything. And gratitude for all of the people, for all the Canadians and people across the world who have kept Terry's Gym alive since 1980 to help us pick up where he left off, and so we can keep battling cancer like Terry and his sister.
You know, I think if you're having a day where you need inspiration, I'd recommend that you look at video of Terry's marathon vote, as we say, started in 1980.
I'm looking forward to the CBC side after hours with Scott Oak on the side because they're going to have Evander Kane on there. Hopefully he'll talk a little bit more. I know he had that devastating injury. I know that was brought in to the attention by Mist. I know he bounced in and out.
It was the people that were battling cancer, and that was what he was doing it for. And so that's why we keep doing what we do today too. What we do is easy compared to people who have to fight cancer.
Kirsten, great to have you with us. We should mention that the Oiler 50-50 tonight goes towards the Terry Fox Foundation. Look at that. It's over $2 million. So somebody's going to become a millionaire, and cancer research will benefit. You can buy tickets at Edmonton Oilers.
Back in the action right now, it is an Edmonton Oilers power play, although good forechecking here. Here's a chance shorthanded. This gets flubbed by Eichel, picked up now by Carlson. And Stone was also out there as well. He's got to get back on his horse. It's McDavid now. They escaped the shorthanded pressure to the Oilers. And now they can look their way to try to score as McDavid tried to shoot 5-0 on Hill. And that one got knocked aside. Still with the Oilers, McDavid by himself, Crosby scores! Hyman gets a 3-2 lead for the Oilers. So how about that? Shorthanded opportunities for the Vegas Golden Knights to take a 3-2 lead. And then Connor McDavid, he was all alone against Aiden Hill. And what did McDavid do? He stayed poised. He waited for that cross pass. Hyman was the beneficiary of an easy 1T. And McDavid, I'm sure Aiden Hill was shaking in his boots. The pass across to Hyman makes no mistake about it. And Edmonton Oilers take the lead in this game. That is just how fast it can happen with Edmonton on the power play. So their third power play, but this time they get their first goal with the extra man. Here come the Oilers again. Cross pass intercepted in the high slot. Eichel try to pick it back up. Eichel now. Stick handle off the backhand. Going to leave this one for Chandler Stephenson. Hopped out in front, but it hit one of the Oilers players instead. In between the skate blades of McNabb, lazily intercepted here. Oilers have puck possession as they try to stick handle to McLeod and through 4 different Golden Knights. And now it's pried loose. Picked up by the Oilers there momentarily. As Kessel will get this one deep. Picked up now Stone with the hands. And that one goes just wide. Stephenson couldn't get to it. Fogle will reset and behind the cage. 3-2 lead now for the Edmonton Oilers. They just started this third period and they've already scored a goal. Picked up now, Draisaitl off the backhand, and that one was a pass that was sauced to the Knights. Picked up now by Howden. Howden with Carrier. Carrier get this one in deep. Now for Kessel. Kessel will spin and hold. Kessel still with it near the embankment. Theodore. Now for McNabb. McNabb walking in, shooting, and that one goes off Skinner toward the left side red line. Picked up now by the Golden Knights, but Draisaitl helped get it loose. Fogle in between escape blades. Nicely played ahead to RNH. He's streaking down the middle. But good defense there by Shea Theodore to cancel that off. That could have been a one-on-one opportunity against Aiden Hill. 17:40 left to go in this third period. John Ott here with you on the call. Again, we couldn't cover Swimming Pro hockey between Waterford Sharks and the Muskegon Voyagers on the Michigan side. So we're back to the original assignment. Edmonton and Vegas on the NHL side, and I'm glad I'm able to do this and call this game with you as Connor McDavid got hit in the face. No call, though, as the crowd is really buzzing and really reacting. I don't blame him because Connor McDavid was doing one of these and checking his face. So this goes back in between the skate blades, picked up now by Kolsar. This gets dumped in deep. Full coverage going to follow on hopelesssportsguy.wordpress.com when this is all said and done. 17 minutes left to go in the third as you get the ref you suck chant at Rogers Place right now. Not happy about seeing their superstar get chopped in the face with no call. Pugliarvi now toward the right side. He's going to center it out in front with a wrist. This goes off Aiden Hill. Picked up now by the Golden Knights. Riley Smith will help catapult it out of there as Golden Knights pick it up off the spin and now intercepted off Carlson's stick. McLeod gets this in deep. Good active forechecking there by the Oilers. Picked up now by the Golden Knights. Bounced off ahead at the kick plate. It stayed onside. Want the cross pass. Eichel. Big rebound. What a stop by Skinner. But the Knights still have it now. And Eichel can't keep it in the zone. Boy, was that close off the rebound opportunity. Here comes Stephenson again. Near the left side red line. Centered out in front. And this goes back. Vegas will check up now with Haig. Haig gets us across to the defensive partner. Bounces off. Stephenson picks it up now. Stephenson off the backhand near the left side red line. Going to leave it here for Jack. Jack goes back to Stephenson. Still off the backhand. Keeping it alive. Extra shot. And that one goes wide. Picked up now by Vegas on the defensive side with Whitecloud. And Alec Martinez bounced off. Centered in front by Stone. And that one got knocked away by the Edmonton defense. So good saves by Skinner. But good work toward the back end of it to stop Skinner from having to make a tertiary save, if you will. So picked up now off the backhand. This goes between the Oilers logo toward the right side red line. Aiden Hill will come out of the goal crease to play this. This goes back to Haig. Haig with the bomb pass. On front, extra pass. Gets knocked away from Howden. Good active stick check for Connor McDavid. Cross in off the post. And this is still with the Oilers. Tyson Berry will collect. Connor McDavid now for Hyman. Hyman in the high slot. Hyman centered on a backhand, but that didn't find anybody beside Golden Knight jerseys. Golden Knights need to flip this one out. That one just off the post there, courtesy of a McDavid opportunity off the pass. But here come the Oilers again. Left right across your radio dial. Nice stick handling all by himself was Darnell Nurse as he beat 4 Golden Knights. And now here's a chance. Jolson lost it. Keegan Kolsar has got it now. Off the backhand. Try to center it out in front. This goes in between a couple of skate blades. I'm sure Darnell Nurse got hit in the face. It's still live. Off the one-timer. Good block there by the Edmonton Oilers. They're able to get this. So here's McDavid off the spin. He's gone. Shot. Oh! Is it in? No, it's not. It didn't go through the 5-hole. McDavid with the serious spin movement shot. Centered out in front of the one-timer. And that one goes to the right side. Red line. Connor McDavid again. That was ridiculous. This is still in. Aiden Hull way out of the goal crease as he shouldered in between the boards. Again, they're just trying to catch their breath as Vegas, and so am I. Marchessault plays it out in front. Intercepted now by the Oilers. They're going to look to break out now. Connor McDavid, boy, oh boy, that's all I can say. As this goes in between Stone. Now Carlson. Carlson lost it. Picked up by the Oilers. They play this through the traffic and get this out as they transition. Yes, Pugliarvi, nice body, but this is picked up now by Vegas. Off the backhand side is Hyman. And now here's a chance for Alec Martinez off the long outlet pass. Martinez, the pass goes a little too far. So Mac the forecheck there between Haig. It goes off the embankment. This goes past Carlson and finds Tyson Berry. 13-10 left to go in the third. We've had some good action on both sides. It's a 1-goal lead for Edmonton. The power play goal early in this third period has been the difference so far. As it's 3-2. Trace to Dose. Edmonton has got the lead over Vegas. Chandler Stephenson will sweep it ahead. Pick it up now as this goes between Stone. Back toward the defensive side. Whitecloud able to spin and keep it in. As this goes back to Stone. Stone's just going to have to center this around the embankment. This goes to Eichel off the backhand. Eichel with some moves, and he's going to put it in deep. Here's a chance now for Stone. Stone holding near the forehand, near the right dot. This goes to McNabb through the traffic. Vegas doesn't know where it is. Chandler Stephenson couldn't locate it. Now it's behind the net for Eichel. Another shot for Stone. Stopped by Skinner. Stone with the backhand. Now to McNabb. Crisscross with Stone. Goes back to Stephenson. Eichel. Whitecloud. And now they lose it. Edmonton going to look to break out now. 2-on-2. Long outlet stretch pass for Leon Draisaitl. He's going to take his change. Vegas going to take their time. Stone with the casual back pass to his D-men. Braden McNabb got it now. He's going to leave it here for Alex Pietrangelo with the bomb. That goes off the stick and on a play. Neutral zone draw. 12:01 left to go in the third. We get a commercial break. It's been some good action here. Connor McDavid with some silky sequences, and he is just a fun treat to watch. And yes, he did take a stick up to the face, and maybe that's why he was a little mean about doing that spin move and trying to make something happen, because that was glorious. Come right back, everybody.
Keeps its head on a swivel. WA is an assist. And WA is made for those who drive hockey. At Hyundai, we believe that nobody does WA like we do. Because WA is all we do. We make WA.
Wow.
Game on.
Tylenol rapid release gel caps are scientifically designed to quickly release medicine and effectively relieve pain. Tylenol rapid release.
Billy, it's time for you to buy your first home. We brought legendary announcer Chris over here to tell you it's time to move out!
Doesn't have to be scary. Contact Dominion Lending Centers.
All the time, trying to fancy.
You said you'd do anything to protect your family. Well, I gotta protect my home.
I want us to work together to make sure Fox doesn't go for run back criminals. Who are us?
The
Rogers Wrapped in Red event is on now. Unwrap our biggest deals on mobile plans from $60 a month.
Third period action here on Philadelphia Warriors. At 3-2. We've seen some amazing action here in the previous few shifts.
This game has been absolutely excellent right now, and it's in the offensive zone here for the Edmonton Oilers. There's a chance for Ryan, but that one eludes him, and now Vegas will try to break out in their own end. There's a chance now for Kessel, cross pass, and this one bounces off a couple of Oilers players and dumped down the ice. Here's a chance now for Derek Ryan. So you got the 3Ds out there right now. McLeod, Ryan, all those other guys like that, as this is picked up. Now Michael Amadio, he will spin, and then he will beat his man toward the left side post as he'll get this dump in deep. 27 shots to 22 in favor of EGK, but Edmonton's got the lead where it counts. That's on the scoreboard, 3-2. It's a Zach Hyman power play goal there from Connor McDavid off the one-on-one cross pass. Amadio lost it inauspiciously, and this could be an opportunity, but they got to hurry. There's a chance off the breakaway for Carrier, but that was denied by CC, and we'll see if that's going to be called or anything. But he used his speed, and maybe he beat Burchard. I thought it was CC, but it was Carrier that was in deep. It was a Howden pass. Here comes Carrier. Burchard might have got a piece of it, and I think CC might have got a piece of the stick from what they saw. So last-ditch effort there by Cody CC. That was a good one as he knocked it away. 10:56 left to go in this third period. John Ott with you from Rogers Place in Edmonton, Alberta. It's a 3-2 lead for the Oilers right now. Off the draw, Leon Draisaitl lost it. That one got bounced up in the air. Eichel didn't know where it was, and we get a call, but it was played with a high stick. I was going to say I wasn't sure why, but at least the referee at least maybe get the pause there, as it's a 9-8 record for the Edmonton Oilers, trying to go 10-8. Vegas would fall to 14-5 if they lose, and that would be 3 out of the last 4 dropped by the Vegas Golden Knights after winning against Arizona just the other day. Stephenson wins the draw. This gets blocked there by Stuart Skinner off the breadbasket, and it bounces back near the right dot. Eichel now off the backhand. Now on his forehand, he's just going to dump this one in deep, but he can't because Edmonton able to intercept. Here's good work there by Draisaitl off the forecheck, and that's offsides. 10:32 left to go in the third. 28-22 is the shot board, like we said, in favor of Vegas, but Edmonton's got the lead where it counts. Your latest goal with the primary and secondary assists is Zach Hyman on the power play from Connor McDavid and RNH at the 38-second marker of the third period. That was a carryover power play time for the Edmonton Oilers. So 10:32 left to go in this contest, and again, I wasn't able to do the semi-pro hockey action, but be able to go back to the original assignment and cover this one. This game has been absolutely splendid. So happy to bring that because I was jacked to call a game anyway. Shot into the screen, goes just wide. Picked up now by Keegan Kolsar momentarily. He got knocked down and the stick came out of his hand. As Edmonton will try to transition left right across your radio dial. Long flip pass, glove down by one of the Golden Knights. And picked up now off the backhand. William Carrier almost got intercepted there by McLeod. And having to spin around and pick it up was Howden. But it gave Edmonton enough time to go back and recover. As we hit the halfway marker of this third period. Brett Kulak going to take his time. He is screening Skinner, but he's got the puck in front of him. As they're letting all the forwards take the change. He's just going to make the easy pass to Evan Burchard. And Burchard, this one gets overplayed, but it was last touched by a stick, no ice. Alec Martinez couldn't find it, as the Oilers can't keep it in the offensive zone. Here's a chance for Jonathan Marchessault. He cuts toward the middle. Now he goes toward the forehand side as he puts a bank pass. Carlson tried to send it out in front. It came back to Carlson. Now Riley Smith will pick it up. Carlson still in behind the office of Skinner. Carlson trying to fight in between his skate blades. Center one out in front, picked up by Martinez off the backhand. He'll just get it in deeper. Jonathan Marchessault, he lost the battle as this goes to Zach Hyman. Good play by Hyman as that was canceled off. And now this goes to Connor McDavid. In between a couple of skate blades, Marchessault still battling for it. Into the neutral zone. Great pass ahead. Riley Smith is by himself. He tried to work in between 3 Oilers and lost it in between his skate blades. And this gets dumped down. We'll see if this is going to be iced. Yes, it is. So Edmonton cannot change. The fans don't like it. But at 8:49 in third, with Vegas Golden Knights down 3-2, they're going to get a chance for an offensive zone draw. So when you think about the usual suspects, I mentioned this before, and we all know about Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. So McDavid, 15 goals, 17 assists, 32 points. Draisaitl, 9-19 and 28. So he's got his 10th of the season. We're not going to goal in this game. So these point totals are just before this game. My point is now, when we talked about those point chasms, you're actually starting to see that now as McDavid and Draisaitl are pulling way ahead of everyone else on the team. And you need to make sure, if you're everybody else on Edmonton, that you do everything you can to make sure you support the two stars. So Vander Kane and Stuart Skinner will be on after hours, so I'll be watching that as we're typing up this game. Shot into the screen and scores! It's a tie game. Vegas gets on the board in the second of the night for Mark Stone. So Mark Stone, he worked his way toward the middle of the slot. Drop pass found him. I think it was set up there by Eichel. And we are back to all square, 3-3. If Cooper Hopkins was with me on the call, I would be punching that join button and have him give me his thoughts, because this game has been terrific. It's just a simple cross pass right in the middle of the slot. As Edmonton was scrambling, it was Theodore. Theodore sets it up for Stone. Stone with a beautiful lift toward the right side of the bar on the wrister. That beats Skinner, and we're tied at 3. So excellent contest. 3-3 is your score. Stone with his 7th of the season, as Aiden Hill trying to get the win as the backup. Assisted by Theodore and Eichel. As we got 8:10 left to go in this third period. Picked up now. Long stretch pass. And this one goes back to Stuart Skinner. We'll see if the Golden Knights can get to it first. McLeod can't get it out. Now this bounce back to him here for Derek Ryan. Derek Ryan flips this one ahead as this goes back here between the Vegas defense. They'll try to collect there in between Alec Martinez and Nicholas Hague. Martinez has it now. He's going to fake it past McDavid, try to keep it alive. He did too much. But Vegas with a good back check as Janmark lost it. And now it's 7:35. Left to go in this third period. John, with you on the call between a really good game right now, and glad able to get that chance to actually cover this one. Off the backhand for Brett Kulak. Kulak now trying to get around to Hyman. It's a one-on-one. Janmark against Pietrangelo. Dang, it's dragged down. And no call as this is still live. My goodness. Here's a chance now for Riley Smith trying to dangle in between two Edmonton Oilers again. The last time he tried to dangle between 3, but the puck goes all the way back to the defensive end between Hague and Martinez. Now there's a chance for Jonathan Marchessault cutting in toward the middle. Long wrist shot, easily glove saved by Skinner. 7:02 left to go in the third. We go to a commercial break, but now we're tied at 3.
Sends it into overtime. And law is made for those who drive hockey. At Hyundai, we believe that nobody does law like we do, because law is all we do. We make law.
Boston Pizza's new holiday menu is here. Come try Boston Pizza's new holiday menu, now with free Ferrero Rocher.
Whatever's going on, whatever kind of day, we can always find a way to make room to play. Dunking the milk and dunking in the driveway. That's how we play. Here's what we know. Life's sweeter together. Oreo.
Gold C. DiBiase injury lawyers have an excellent track record in helping people obtain long-term and CPP disability benefits. For a free consultation about your insurance rights, call or visit gdmlawyers.com.
Maple City Marine is Canada's largest skip boat dealer, powered by Yamaha Outboards. Slick lines, innovation, and high performance make this skip 240 XSF the hottest boat in its class. We've got you covered. Maple City Marine, taking families boating for over 70 years.
Barstow, a little bit of a heater here. Goals in 2 games straight. 3 in total. 2 in this one tonight. First of the Edmonton with a penalty shot earlier in the game. Sends it 5-hole.
So right now, it's a 3-3 game with 7 minutes left to go in the third. Vegas Golden Knights 14-4 on the season, but they're 8-1 on the road, and that's going to be challenged right now. So official action, it's Alec Martinez off the draw win as this gets dumped in deep to the offensive zone in Edmonton now. Trying to get this out. Couple of stick handles there for Stone. Stone's got a pair. He just scored the latest one. He's also got a goal on the penalty shot. Aiden Hill will play this side to his forward side, but good active stick check there by Edmonton. Will dump this one in deep. Picked up now by CC there momentarily. Now Fogle will play this back to his defensive side with Evan Bouchard and Nurse as this goes down off the stick of RNH and now back to Hill. Alec Martinez got to play this quickly, and he does. Jack Eichel now. Eichel working his way and toward the left side dot. Now backhand. Going to drop this one to Shea Theodore as this goes back around Eichel. Eichel being worked over near the right side dot. Eichel still with it as he's holding off Darnell Nurse. Eichel almost powers through Nurse, but Nurse gets this one. He picks it up, and they're going to say this one's played with a hand pass, I believe. So we'll do it again. 6:05 left to go in the third. John Ott with you commenting from Rogers Place. I'm watching the CBC feed between the Golden Knights and the Edmonton Oilers. We're tied at 3, and this has been a good contest so far. And hopefully, if anyone does join in on the YouTube side, Twitter Spaces, or whatever, you guys will join in and stay because it's a good one right now. Or if not, I'll just have fun with this on my own. So picked up now by Howden. Howden to McNabb. McNabb will softly flutter this one into the Edmonton defensive zone, and now getting after this puck. Picked up now toward the left side red line, off the backhand, trying to be able to stay alive there is Michael Amadio with Carrier. Carrier still off the backhand side, keeping his eyes open. He tried to center it out in front of Stuart Skinner. Now picked up by Jesse Puljujärvi. Puljujärvi gets it back. It's a 2-on-2. He's just going to rattle it around the embankment. Theodore blows a tire. This could be dangerous. Edmonton got it now off the forehand. Goes back to the D there for Tyson Barrie. Barrie going to give probably some time perhaps for Vegas to recover as they pick this one up now. Trying to leave this alive off the backhand. Long flutter in as this just goes wide past Howden. And now back into the defensive zone. We're getting close to the 5-minute marker. Somebody blows a tire there on the Edmonton side, centered out in front, and then stolen by Edmonton through the defensive zone. Wow, is that dangerous as the Golden Knights will get this one through the neutral zone. Marchessault with a bomb, and this one goes round. Picked up now by Stuart Skinner. Again, both these goalies haven't been too bad, but both these offenses have been on point. Bouchard, he's going to walk right in. This is going to bounce in between everybody. See if Vegas can get to it right now. Long stretch pass. Pretty much a clear. Is this going to be a win for the icing here? Fans are going to like it. Vegas isn't going to, as we've just got under 5 minutes left to go. And I have to get you in here, buddy. I thank you for joining me because I was waiting for you, to be honest. I'm not even going to lie to you. This is a good contest. Like, I'm so pumped up to call a game, I just couldn't sit and do nothing. I got all my other stuff done for the day during the intermissions, and I got to get into it.
John, you know me. It's when you're flying solo for a broadcast, I'm going to cherry pick the most exciting moment of the contest to join your broadcast and just step all over you. 4:37 to go here in the third. We got ourselves a barn burner. Keep going. I'm just listening right now, enjoying your coverage. Go for it.
All right, cool. So let's go through it. So the puck is near the right side, red line right now. It's Edmonton deep in the offensive zone. Picked up here by Cody Ceci. Ceci. He's going to work this around in between nurses. Ceci will pick it back up. Good active work here. Connor McDavid. He's dangerous. It's loose into the slot, the one-timer, and that one goes just wide of Aiden Hill. Picked up now by McDavid. He's being double-teamed, but he's still got the puck near the left side of the red line, and now Vegas can finally get the clear. 3:55 left to go in this third. Darnell Nurse with the outlet to Ceci. Ceci just going to hit it around the embankment. This is going to go back here on the far side. Picked up here by RNH. Plays it with a no look, and now this gets intercepted. Goes all the way down. Picked up here by Chandler. Stephenson tried to center it out in front, And now this could be a chance, but good back check there by Jack Eichel to go ahead and pick this up. 30 shots to 22, tied at 3 right now. Alec Martinez will get this one dumped in deep. Vegas can't get to it first. This goes into the neutral zone as it's chopped at on the defensive side. And now Stephenson goes all the way back in his own end as he's going to play this here to Alex Pietrangelo, former St. Louis Blue. We're tied at 3 with 3 minutes left to go. I got Cooper Hopkins in with me on the broadcast. If we go to OT, the shootout, this very well could happen. Good contest between both of these teams right now, and it's been good all the way through. It's been a power play goal. That was the last one scored there by Hyman, assisted by McDavid to make it 3-3. Eichel off the backhand with Kessel as he gets knocked away. Kessel trying to pick this one up. He's just going to buy some more time as this goes back in between Jonathan Marchessault. Marchessault fires it through the screen, and this one goes down, picked up by McNabb as he gets canceled off and bodied off and picked up now by the Oilers with Draisaitl. Draisaitl will take his sweet time and slow it down. 2:30 left to go in the third. 3-3 is your score. John Ott here with you on play-by-play. I'm joined by Cooper Hopkins here late as we're watching between this 3-3 game. As almost flubbed in the own end by the Oilers, Derek Ryan, fourth line sides out there right now for Jay Woodcroft's squad. McNabb trying to keep this alive. Picked up here now by Marchessault. Long outstretched pass. Stone will get this down in deep. Picked up now by Smith. Smith will pick it back up in there through Carlson, trying to shoot the shoulder side of Stuart Skinner. As that was a save, another one gets blocked out in front. But now here come the Oilers left to right. Here's Darnell Nurse. We'll get this one down. Aiden Hill got to be quick about this in minus crease, and he is as they play that. And Zach Whiteclaw will spin and buy some time in his own end, but don't want to be too nonchalant as this goes back to Nicholas Hague. Hague holds now toward the right wing side. Good outlet pass, and here's a chance off a Chandler Stephenson back pass, and he tried to find Eichel, but he couldn't catch up in time. Kept in though. Vegas still trying to keep it going with Alec Martinez. Now here's a chance for Stephenson as he's worked off the puck nicely with the help of McDavid, but it's not out. Pietrangelo through the screen. Here's Eichel. And behind the office trying to center it out in front. Still goes to Pietrangelo with the rocket. And that one goes just wide. Picked up now by the Oilers. Intercepted. Stephenson with the wrist shot. And that saves there by Skinner as they saved his whole team right there. It's 3-3 with a minute left. As the Oilers still trying to dance around their own defensive zone right now, trying to get their change for one last rush in this regulation. Oilers hit this off the embankment and get the dump in deep. McNabb will be the first to get to it, although he fell hard into the boards. The one of the stick fell out of the hand of the Oilers players. And now here comes Vegas the other way with William Carrier. Carrier comes together with Howden. Vegas has it now in the final minute. 30 seconds left as this is down the left side red line. Picked up now and intercepted there as Eichel tried to get to it. And now into the neutral zone. Here's a chance for Hague as he gets this one in deep. Long shot gets stick to side there by Stuart Skinner. 20 seconds left to go in the third. Cece will dump this one back with Darnell Nurse. 15 seconds left to go in this third. Tied at 3. Cece, long outstretched pass. Pugliarvi as this gets sticked away. But here's an opportunity here for Edmonton if they can get something going in the middle of the slot. Vegas just trying to kill some time near the right side red line. We're going to overtime, Cooper.
3-on-3 hockey coming up, John. And when I say cherry pick, I mean that is a ripe one right there. This has been a fantastic game. No whistles right there. I mean, we're talking 5+ minutes of unbroken play, back and forth action. But John, maybe you can fill me in a little bit and catch me up in this one. It certainly looked in that last sequence over the past few minutes like Vegas had to run a play, and they were making beautiful efforts from behind Skinner's net, throwing it out in front multiple times for one-timer opportunities that just didn't connect, and they had some shots on goal there right in the dying seconds as well. They very well could have won it, but we're going to OT.
No, we are. It started the scoring with Warren Fogle with a chance with RNH right out in front. Fogle scored it, and then Keegan Kolsar scored a weird one. It went off of his back. Shea Theodore hit it. It went literally off the back of his numbers to tie it at 1-after-1. And then Eichel was in the offensive zone, couldn't find space, worked all the way through the defensive zone, hit Mark Stone with a break. He drew a penalty shot and scored. Draisaitl scored off the 1T, and then Hyman scored on the power play 38 seconds in. That was the third power play for the Oilers. You figured they would score. And then Mark Stone just tied it at 3-3. And as you said, you picked a good time to come back in here and call this game with me. Again, I'm not totally disappointed with everything else that couldn't go the way tonight. I was supposed to cover some semi-pro hockey between the Waterford Sharks and Muskegon Voyagers on the Michigan side, but couldn't get the internet connection going. But we're going to get all that stuff squared away in a couple weeks with some commercial internet, so we'll have plenty of connection. They tried to call me before I got there, but I tried to get there early and be prepared. You know how it is. So we'll wait. We'll be good.
Yeah, that's not easy when you're mentally prepared to jump into a broadcast situation like that. And listen, I'm living vicariously through you. I was excited for it and excited for you because it's not like the opportunity has dissolved. Of course, you're going to be able to jump into the action there, I believe, on December 3rd. So still really excited for you, buddy. And, hey, that's just life throwing you a little curveball at the last minute. Hey, no, you can't fire up the Wi-Fi. So head back home, John Ott. Now we're here covering a really good NHL game. We got some 3-on-3 action about to start.
Yeah, we knew we were going to cover Golden Knights Edmonton if that wasn't going to go through anyway. So I'm glad you're able to join me, man, and we can watch this little nightcap. So now through the 3-3. It's 3-3 with a 3-on-3. A little tongue twister there. So Vegas has it now. They're going to go left to right across this 3-on-3. And we'll see how these two teams really approach this because now, Cooper, as you know, a lot of these guys like to skate back and create some opportunities. But we'll see what happens. Darnell Nurse with the stick handle trying to just pry this loose. And here's a chance now for Stone, but that just eludes him as this goes now back to Draisaitl. So you got Draisaitl and McDavid usually on a 3-on-3 side. That's a lot of danger. Couple backhands. There you go. Draisaitl working his way to the high slot. Cross for McDavid. And McDavid now holds near the right side red line as this goes back to Tyson Barrie. McDavid now. And behind the office of Aiden Hill. And now this goes to Draisaitl, trying to power his way to the front of the net, worked off by Stone. Draisaitl's got it now, though. Draisaitl off the backhand. Now this goes back to Darnell Nurse. Darnell Nurse going to go all the way back, and we'll see if Draisaitl and McDavid are going to take their change. But McDavid's going to go all the way in. And now he's going to score! Oh, my goodness. Connor McDavid. You thought maybe he'd take that change? You know what? He turned the wheels on, backhand, forehand, and wins the game for the Oilers. Mercy me.
How many times, John, have we seen this happen, and it just continues to be magical? Listen, this is coming from a lifelong Calgary Flames fan. I am so glad that we were on this call. Well, listen, you were on 95% of it. I just jumped in at the last few moments. But Connor McDavid, he makes it look so easy, and he is a level above every other professional hockey player on the face of this planet. He's at the blue line, looking like he's just going to carry in possession, and he turns it up to a gear that we basically can say only exists for number 97. Flies in, deep forehand, backhand, and just floats it over the glove for the winner, John. What a play.
Cooper, that's unreal. He was just out there for a minute 30, and then he turned on a gear I didn't even think he had.
I mean, we're talking 3-on-3 with traffic in front.
Yes.
He looks like he's doing the fastest skater at the skills competition at the All-Star game. I mean, this is crazy. How are we still surprised by this? I'll tell you how. Because McDavid just continues to shine as literally the best hockey player in the world. Just incredible game-winning natural talent and training after years and years all coming together in a split second. And the Vegas Golden Knights watch it flash before their eyes, and they leave with the loser point, so to speak. The Oilers take the 2, 4-3. Wow.
Yeah, so the Golden Knights now have dropped 3 of the last 4 games. They did get a win against Arizona, but again, they're going to be 14-4-1 as the Oilers go to 10-8-0, so they'll have a game separation on the wild card spot right now. But again, it's so early in the year. But Cooper, now that you're on here with me, I don't really feel the need to go through this game all the way through because I kind of did that for the most part. Tell me what happened in between the Florida Panthers and the Calgary Flames tonight.
Well, we had a kind of what has become a recent classic style Calgary Flames game. So you have the Flames carrying a lead into the third period. That lead is eventually erased by, I'll give you one guess, none other than Matthew Tkachuk. He gets the equalizer about 13 minutes into the third period, so relatively late. That made the game 4-4. So both Alberta teams go to overtime, but the difference here is the Calgary Flames need to go to a shootout in order to take down the Florida Panthers. Florida Panthers score first on their attempt, and then the Flames miss. Jonathan Huberdeau, actually against his former team, makes a big impact, gets the tying shootout goal, and eventually, after Jacob Markstrom really buckles down and makes some big stops, including on a pretty, I'm going to say some people might even call this arrogant, a huge stop against Matthew Tkachuk, who opts from the high slot to go with a straight slap shot, just a classic wind-up Al McInnes-style slapper that is caught in the leather by Jacob Markstrom, who, if you've been on social media today, you'll see Markstrom gave his former teammate a little bit of a stare down. He kind of held it like a first baseman and showed him where the puck ended up in his glove. And the next shooter for the Flames was Rasmus Andersson, the skilled defenseman for the Flames. And he showed really great patience, going backhand to forehand on the right-hand side, gets the keeper down and out, and fires into a narrow angle, but at a nice target to shoot at. And so it's 5-4 your final from Sunrise, Florida. The Panthers go down, and the Flames now are just one game above 500. But that's the kind of game that I think, hopefully, John, and we've said this before this season, hopefully will give the team a little extra oomph as they continue, I believe, 4 more games on a road swing along the eastern seaboard. So big games for both the Oilers and Flames tonight. And, man, I'm sure glad we got to catch Connor McDavid doing what only Connor McDavid can do in this overtime.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm glad to be able to join you to do that. So I know as far as next week with Thanksgiving and all that other stuff, we're going to be pretty busy and all that. So if you want to figure out maybe an early week game, maybe Monday, Tuesday, or Saturday, we can definitely do that. Or if not, we can catch up next week, because I know the Monday game you have upcoming is the Philadelphia Flyers. I figure if you get the win against the Florida Panthers, I'm not going to count the Flyers as a write-off, but they gave up a monumental lead, not monumental, but a crazy goal that Montreal scored in overtime that they ended up winning. I don't know if you saw that one. I caught that toward the end of it, but we'll figure out our next assignment. I was too jacked up to not call a game tonight, and I appreciate getting some words in here with you as we watch that one.
Yes, sir. No, hey, thanks for always letting me jump in. And your call was great. You really did a nice job there. And that was what back and forth play we had there at the end of the third period. No breaks, no whistles, nothing up in the netting, nothing into the players' bench. You just had to go for it. And the Oilers, they do what they do so often. They let their best player, the best player on the planet, just take over. And he floats one over the glove. Perfect. Just top shelf for the win. Yeah, and like I said, bud, I'm still so excited for you. I'll keep my eyes peeled on any more details about that December 3rd game that you're going to be calling. But yeah, next week we got the big holiday, but I'm sure we'll talk before then, and maybe we can get in some more work.
All right, sounds good, man. We'll take care. I'll catch up with you soon.
All right, have a great night.
Yep, see you.
All right.
Usually your speed was everything in the overtime, and no one's going to catch you when you get it cranked up like that. This should be your first opportunity to see it replay, so give us the first person to count.
Yeah, we kind of stopped around. I stayed on a little bit too long, but told the players and they'll bring it overtime. A bit of a step and there's a great pass.
All the talk around the Oilers this week was about your starts. How much of a relief was it to get to see one favorable scoreless?
Yeah, it was a fantastic game. As Cooper Hopkins drove me toward the end of it, I'm going to close out all this stuff. And we will catch up with you guys next week. It'll probably be a Monday, Tuesday, something like that. And then maybe a Saturday side for the holiday So I appreciate it, guys. We will talk soon, and I will get the game story up here momentarily.